Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Hope everyone's well. Hope they can hear me. I'm also hoping that the sound is working on the game. Looks like it is an Elgato. How is everyone? I hope you're well. Concurrent viewers 23. Hello, hello. Psycho Kid 73. Tiago Azevedo. Hello, Tiago. And Scott, how are you? Hello, Henk. Greetings from Austria. Thank you very much. Hello, Crofter, Jody. I know this is a bit bonkers, isn't it? This is what? 2 streams in 3 days? What's going on? What's going on? This is not a test, Feldon. You are quite right. We are live. I don't know what's happening. The stars have aligned. The Gaming Hedgehog. That's awesome. Hello, Andy. Jbot, hello. How are you? I'm not changing my video resolution. Why is it saying that? That's absolutely ridiculous. I thought I'd go live. Yes, I'm on my Survive to Farm series. Yes, it is still going with FarmCon and everything. I kind of got out of my flow. I lost my mojo. I lost my rhythm with it. And then it kind of became a thing. I couldn't really work out how best to get back into it. So I thought, I got up this morning and thought, I'll just record an episode and I'll post it. And I thought, well, I've got some stuff to do behind the scenes. I've got some odds and ends to do, so why not just go live? It makes more sense to just, to just do that. So that's what I've decided to do. And here we are, everybody. It's all good. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Simon, Anthony, Andrew, Scott Brown. Who else got? Jody Beard. Graham Makes Stuff. Graham Makes Stuff is in the chat. That's my brother. All right, bruv, how you doing? Hope all is well. Now I'm really nervous. He's never been in the chat before, I don't think, when I've done a video like this. Anyway, it is better to just go live, Jbot. You are absolutely correct. So what am I doing today? Well, I've got a few jobs to do, got some odds and ends to do. So I thought, you know what, let's just get on with it. I've got some stuff to deliver. I've got some field to harvest with a trailed harvester. I've got some ploughing to do, some odds and ends. Which map am I playing on? Jody. I'm on my Survive to Farm series on American Falls, the Apocalypse series. So everything is sort of post-apocalypse, and we'll see how we go. Hello, Neil B. I found me out. Oh well, yes. I assume you're saying that to me and not to. It could be to anyone. Hello, Cher. Cher's back in again. 68 views. Concurrent viewers 40. We're looking good. Smash that like button, people. Come on. Wallop on it. Let's go for it. Let's get the morning rocking and rolling. I know it's going to be very, very early for our American cousins, most of which probably aren't even up yet, I wouldn't have thought. Normally if I stream around lunchtime just after some are getting up for work, that kind of thing, so it's going to be a bit early for these guys, but obviously they'll be able to watch later. And then what I'm thinking is next time I do a stream, I might do a stream in the evening to catch people, another time. So anyway, off the porch, let's go and have a look around and see what we're up to. Apologies if I don't keep up with the stream, because as I said, I've got a few bits and bobs I need to do. I need to deliver some tomatoes. It is March 1. It is just gone 11 o'clock in the morning. We have got... I'll check on the animals. I think they should all be absolutely fine. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be fine. I've got the plough to take back. How are we looking here? Our chickens and ducks. Some of our chicks and ducks have become full-fledged animals. Hello, Thomas. What's my score today? That's a very good... What's your score, people, today? Out of 100, what's your percentage? I reckon today... I was feeling a bit ill the last couple of days, not 100%, so I was a bit down in the dumps a little bit, but anyway. Scott Brown, 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning? Go to bed. What's the matter with you? Are you mad? First time you've seen a live stream, Wisnell? That's awesome. Good morning, Richie. Keep smashing that like button, people. Keep going with it. Good morning, good morning. Perfect time of Feldin. Being a Brit American. Late shift worker. Cool. J-Bot's a solid 91. That's a very specific... Normally I kind of go around them off. It'll be a sort of 70 and 80, maybe an 85. And a 91, that's a very specific. I reckon probably a 90 today, I think. Why not? I'm back on here. I love this map. I know it sounds really big-headed, and it says in the description as well. There's there'll be a bit of behind the scenes stuff, because the stuff that I normally edit out, the things I do to make it work on multiplayer, because they've got different farms set up for different accounts. That's how some machinery shows as being owned by someone else, or owned by question mark, like that. It says unknown. I have to have separate stuff set up, so that's how it kind of works, really. Share, how's Mrs. Silly P? Mrs. Silly P's not feeling very well today. She was supposed to be going to London to work today, and she woke up at 6 to get ready for work. She was feeling a bit fluey, bit of a fever, sore throat, wasn't feeling too great, so she's working from home. She's not taking the day off, she's just working from home. Have I gone too far? Have I missed? Where have I lost my animals? Where are my animals? Oh yeah, here we go. Let's check on the goats. The goats and the lambs and sheeps and things. I think we're all looking all right. Looking good. Everything's fantastic. Awesome. Just keep checking on it just to make sure. Did an awesome job at FarmCon 24. I did an okay job. Was a 75, but a Silly P stream bumps up the score. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you, Felden. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She does that a lot. If she's not well, she'll still work from home. She'll still sit at a desk and she'll still work. At the end of the day, unless you're non-ambulatory, I guess you can come down the stairs and get your desk. That's absolutely awesome. Barris, just before lunch. Glad you did. It's lovely of you join us. Your 5th super on a live stream. Thank you very much. It's very generous of you as well. I hope this is working today. It's working. And you get a thumbs up as well, Felden. Barris, thank you very much, mate. Yes, we are back on the Let's Play. I did have some, what's the best way of putting it? Some interesting messages from people. Kind of passive-aggressive about, hello from Ipswich. Now, that's interesting, because my brother was in the chat a minute ago. And he lives out Colchester way, so not far from Ipswich in the UK, or Ipswich. I know, sorry, people got cross when I did that last time. But you're in Queensland, Australia, Ipswich. Just goes to show, though, doesn't it, that there were obviously a lot of convicts out of Ipswich that went out to Australia all those years ago. Was it 200 plus years ago? DJ Go Home. What's that, my dude? I can't say like you do, sorry. Steve the Farmer, thank you very much. You get... Of course you do. Why is that not working? Thank you for your generosity. It's very kind of you. I do appreciate it. Another Queenslander from Emerald. Wow, that's a cool name for a place. Anyway, I've got to carry on, otherwise I'm not getting anything done. So, I've got my trail behind harvester, and I've got... What was this one here? It's been so long. That was the thing I said. I completed my rye. My rye needs to be harvested, and I'm going to use the trailed harvester. What is... That's odd. Anyway, I'm going to deliver some stuff. Yeah, let's take the tomatoes first. We'll take those out to Tanya at the store. See how she's going. Thank you, thank you. DJ, what? I'm just looking at the time. 9:55. What time is it there? It must be silly o'clock in the morning. Corkin Island, thank you, Morgan, for joining us. I know I'm going to start getting everyone saying where they're from, but that's cool. I don't mind that at all. We're just starting the day. It's an early morning. I say early morning. It's not an early morning. I woke up when Miss Silly P got ready for work originally. And I must admit, I thought I'll get up. And I thought, well, I can't stream at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's ridiculous. So I thought I'd just wait and then get up and get on with it. Actually, what I need to do is probably make this... Can I pop out to my chat? I can pop out to my chat, and that is what I shall do. Chat officially popped out. Let's move that over a bit so I can see it. That's a little bit better, isn't it? I think. All good. Yes, please remember to abide by the community guidelines at all times. No foul language, no poor behaviour. Keep your arms inside the vehicle at all times. The louder you scream, the faster the right. I mean, that's not part of the guidelines, but you know. The latest you've woken up in weeks. 4:55. Have a word. What is wrong with you? Really? Now I'm going to say this wrong. Is it No Huber? Hello. I don't think DJ does his gigs anymore. I don't think he does gigging like that. DJing. Am I still on console? How very dare you? Right, you're going to get a pointed finger. You're going to get a... What? How dare you? Yes, of course I am. I'm on PlayStation 5. I am streaming through my Elgato. Obviously, that's what you need to do when you're doing streaming and that kind of thing. But hopefully I'll get back to a normal cycle. I'll be honest, the whole FarmCon thing really threw me out. Alsace? Woo! Have we had anyone from Alsace before? Have you been in the chat before? No. That's rather cool. Is it Gugo Man? How about the series of Mrs. Silly Pete? Like we said, that is the plan. We've got plans to do a few different bits and bobs here and there. But we've also... It's got to fit in with her work. It'll probably end up being weekends. We might end up just doing one a week, potentially. I don't know. She sorted herself out a PS5 recently because she had an old PS4. And she was playing Farm Sim 22. And the few times we played, together, she was indoors, I was out here. And it sounded like a rocket ship. The thing just was spooling up like nobody's business. So she decided, you know what, I should sort out getting one. And we were very lucky, actually. It was one of those weird moments. Our phone contract company that we got our mobile phones with reached out, and they were doing bundles and packages you could add onto your phone contract. So we did that. So you pay for a monthly rather than an outright, let's, go out and buy a PS5, which is, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. You have an hour to yourself before you start work. I just get up and go. I just can't. It's literally get up, brush my teeth, sprimp the beard, get the beard looking a little bit, and then off we go. I don't know why. Sebastian from Germany. Yeah, the PS4, the PS5 can do it every now and again. If I have a mod review day where I've got a lot of mods and I've got mods with a lot of options on them, especially in the man cave, once the man cave warms up a bit and I have my fans going out here, I've got fans on the PlayStation, fans in and on the PC, everything starts to warm up. The fan really kicks in on the PS5 as well. So I'm just really concerned with FS25. If they're going to be pushing the limits of what the PS5 can do, yeah, I don't know. We have a lot of PC. I'm not saying I'm not saying that console being on PC is a bad thing. Not at all. I'm still, yeah, of course I'm still on console. If you're a PC gamer, thank you for joining us. It's awesome that you're here. I love it. People say, oh, he's the console guy. I still think a huge proportion of my subscribers, viewers, are still PC people, especially with mod reviews and map tours and stuff like that. So that's really cool. Joe Fireman 623, good morning. How are you, Jim? How are you? Wishing everyone in the chat a good morning and a good day, whatever it is you're doing, whether you're going to bed, whether you're getting up, whether you've got a day off, whether you're, I don't know, whatever it might be. Stay safe, have a great day, whatever it is you might be up to, that's all good. You just put a cooling fan. Yeah, it's yeah, I've got all sorts of stuff going on. People are still messaging me saying, you should get aircon in the man cave. And I did have, like I say, my daughter's boyfriend's friend. A friend of ours called Brad, that's his word. Good morning from Wales. Awesome. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, Brad came out to help me when someone cut through my Ethernet cable. And fixed it for me, and he was talking, I think I said this in one of the videos, he was talking about how we would go about getting mains power out to the man cave, because at the moment we've got it on an RCD, like a small RCD, so if there's a power overload and it trips out, it doesn't burn down the man cave or anything, which is really cool. But I said about aircon, that kind of thing, a small unit, fans, whatever it might be. And he said that it wouldn't actually be too difficult to run mains power out here. Actually, it was my brother that did all this. I built the man cave. He helped with some of it as well because he helped with the doors, windows. I'd never put a window or a door in before. And then he did the wiring. I wouldn't touch wiring. Pff, no way. Wouldn't go near it. Yeah, someone. Look at it. We don't definitively know who it was. Have I admitted to it? Yeah, I think I did, didn't I? Anyway. South Coast, Hampshire. I do like a bit of Hampshire. Lovely. Fantastic. Good evening from Australia. Just got my 5 AM coffee. But you're at work already? Oh, that reminds me of when I was a postman. Oh, blimey. Up at 3:34. Into work. Probably. Well, I mean, to be fair, we weren't supposed to start till 6. But the later you started, the later you got going and the later you finished. So everyone would get into work early. Because at that point, as a postman, when I were a lad back in the day, when I were a postman. I don't know why I did that voice. There's that whole, what are they called? Monty Python sketches. Yeah, we were on a job and finish. So you did 2 deliveries. So your first delivery you'd get done, get back. You get on your second delivery. Once your second delivery was done, you went home. You were done. On a Saturday, it was just 1 delivery. So the earlier you got in, the earlier you got prepped and got out on your delivery and were done, you went home. So we were getting to work really early. So yeah, I don't miss those early mornings at all. What buffoon would accidentally hedge trim the Cat 6 cables? Exactly. My thoughts exactly. What kind of absolute melt would do something like that? Cheshire, we got people from all over this morning. It's cool. Been at work since midnight. Oh, those twilight, late shift, night shifts. Again, I don't miss those at all. I used to start work when I was on nights at Royal Mail at the main centre, main depot. I would start work at 8:30, and you'd work through till 7 in the morning. Sometimes 6. Again, if it was a job and finish, you might get away early. But we always used to have that weird witching hour around 3 o'clock in the morning where you were just bizarrely out of it. It didn't matter how many months you were on nights for. It was this strange, I don't know, people would get silly and jokes that you wouldn't normally laugh at. You would. It was just a very strange thing. Yeah, well, it was Monty Python, wasn't it? Yeah, back in the day when Hovis were real, but yeah, proper Hovis. Stockholm in Sweden. Again, I don't know why I did that. That's racially profiling, and I'm sorry, that was appalling. I don't know why I did that. Staffordshire, Chester, all over. Did I look like Postman Pat with a black and white cat? I didn't, but bizarrely we did have at our depot, we had a Postman Pat van, and a guy would dress up as Postman Pat, and they would go to like kids' birthdays. You could write in or ring up, and they would come and they would bring presents and stuff for you to your house as Postman Pat. It was a bizarre thing, very bizarre. Thank you, Alan, for joining us. Mike Ortega. For lots of people, first time in a live. It's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, graveyard shift, very weird. Leeds, Scotland, Yorkshire. I wasn't expecting as many people from overseas. I suppose the further east you go, more likely. West, I wasn't expecting so many people from the US of A, from Murica and places like that. I've got to get on. Look, you guys are distracting me. And I thought this would be a good idea, but shh, I've got to work. I'm in a very strange mood this morning, as you can probably tell. I don't know why. What am I going to do? I'm going to grab a tractor. I'm going to grab the Massey. Yes, we're going to grab the Massey. And let's see what this is all about. Haven't used this yet. Let's give the trailed harvester a go. Greetings from Norway. Cool. Groningen in the Netherlands. Awesome. My rye has not withered. I shall tell you for why, because I don't have seasons on. I don't always run it. I don't know, people get cross. I should run it, but I don't. Don't worry about my crops to the left, they'll be fine, they'll spring back. Let's drop that down. This had an update recently, didn't it? It's supposed to work better. Whoa, it's all gone a bit wonky. What's going on? I don't think I've got enough horsepower, have I? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, what's going on? Maybe I haven't. This is wrong. Something's happened. This had an update recently. This is supposed to harvest everything. Bottom right is showing corn, and I'm not doing corn, I'm doing rye. It's harvested and put nothing in the back. What's happening? Should grab some fans out of an old PC and wire them up to a USB for extra PS5 cooling. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. I mean, assuming I could do wiring and stuff. My eyesight is appalling now. I'm an old man now. Chesterfield and Derbyshire. I know. This isn't a cedar. This is a... This doesn't make sense. Right, okay. So this is what I'm talking about. Behind the scenes stuff. Let's have a look at some behind the scenes things, shall we? So, let's go to harvesters. Was it under that one? Hang on a minute. No. Was that what the update was? It changed it from harvesting everything to just corn. That's rubbish. No, this originally, when this mod first came out, the reason it was on this map, the reason it was chosen to be put somewhere by SealyEG was because it harvested everything. That was the point of it. What was awesome about it... Oh, now I'm angry. Now I'm really angry. Why? That was the point. Because otherwise, you've just got a corn harvester. That's the worst toe-behind harvester on the planet ever. Burn it. That has thrown a spanner in the works. I've got my other harvester. I just have to use that. But that's... I wanted to use the trail behind. That was why it was here. Well... I think we all know the phrase by now, don't we? Everyone spam it in the chats. No plan survives contact with Mr. Sealy P. Ever, apparently. Yes, it's rant time. It's rant time. Yeah, maybe they were getting flack. At the end of the day, I never understand why people care. At the end of the day, right, okay, are we ready? Yeah, back it into the nettles, leave it, let it rust away, forget it's there. I can always take it down to Derek at the store, and I say the store, at his workshop, and then he can turn it into shelves or something, I don't know. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So yeah, rant. At the end of the day, if a modder, for example, makes this, and it's the first trail behind harvester we've had on console, right? I don't know if there are trail behind ones on PC, potentially. So, and it does everything. Again, another reason why it was originally picked. And the same with this, because I said, well, the problem with this is that's just got a set header. You can't take that header off. And I think it might have been Feldin or whoever it was that messaged me and said, oh no, that header does everything, which is cool. I think we go back into, let's go back into here, go back to our harvesters, and let's roll out again. Let's say the sort of stuff you don't always see. Look there, look, everything that one does, which is cool. So at the end of the day, if the modder was getting flack because that's got a corn bit on it, but it's harvesting everything, if you're one of those people complaining, then don't use it. I mean, or use it and just do corn. If it bothers you that much, just do corn with it. If you feel so strongly about that little bit there, then you can use it for just corn. No one's stopping you. Did you notice I was starting to get a bit irate there? Hang on a second. It did used to. I'm honestly. Oh, it makes me mad. So, I shall carry on. Oh dear. Never mind. Yeah, whatever. It's all gone Pete Tong. You're absolutely right. Next then. Well, I suppose I'll just use the regular one. Why not? It's got to be done. And then I'm going to do secret fields is the wrong thing. I mean, yeah, maybe secret fields. I'm going to plough and then probably cultivate. I've got to take that plough back as well. No, we need to take that back at some point. We'll take that down to Derek and see what he can make of it. Ranty Pants disengaged. It's all good, everyone. Hot coffee and a small rant from Mr. Sealy P to start the day. I mean, what could be better? If this doesn't work now, oh yeah, we've got a litre. We've got a litre of rye. Can't we make rye? Can't we use rye to make whiskey? Is that? I'm not a whiskey drinker. DJ would know. I mean, that sounds awful. That's not. I know for a fact that DJ and Cop are whiskey drinkers. They like their whiskies. They've got, you know, felled in. You get a pointy finger, Feldin. You know we don't mention that. We don't mention that. I'm trying. No, that was the wrong button. I was trying to turn that off. You don't get a cheer for that. What was that about? I have lost. I could have sworn I set myself up a special button. Oh yeah. Is that one? There we go. And it was... There you go. I knew I had one. I knew I had one somewhere. Is that Mark as in Mark? I wasn't calling you out. Thank you, James. I'll turn it off now. Let's go back. Mark, I reviewed your dessert factory yesterday. Finally, I got to it. It's an interesting one. I don't know a lot about whiskies and scotches and things like that, but I think Americans can, people generally, refer to whiskies as scotch. And I know there are differences, aren't there? What sort of whiskey does DJ like? I could be really mean here. No, he does have a very specific, there's sort of things there. You're more than welcome. You are more than welcome. I was sent a message by Heavy Metal Gaming about another... Well, I said that in the video. And I thought, you know what? I haven't done it, and I was going to do it. And I had to message Joss. And it was that weird thing, because we met at FarmCon and we were chatting away. And the whole time at FarmCon, I'm thinking, that is the guy. We met at Llama, right? That's the guy that made the mod. I'm sure it was. And I didn't ask you. So I messaged Joss and I said, Mark at FarmCon, is that the same Mark? Sorry, James, you didn't get a cheer. Sorry. James, you get a thumbs up and a... Thank you very much. That's very kind of you, James. Awesome. Yeah, the turning radius of the harvester is rubbish, but it was free. We found it in a field. I don't mind. Hello, Maverick. Hairy Scuba, Sir Argus. Thank you for joining us. Is Alien Jim still around? Well, it's weird. He is, I think. I haven't heard from him in ages. I wished him a happy birthday. I can't remember when the last one was. I messaged him and didn't get a response. But then No Man's Land had an update, not recently, but a little while ago. So I don't know. Yeah. Good morning, Bradley. Thank you for joining us. I said Maverick, didn't I? Rick Miller. It's very much whiskey o'clock here in Australia. Good morning from Massachusetts. You've caught a live stream for the first time. Awesome. Always enjoy my content. It's very kind of you. Yeah, breweries, distilleries, and wineries. I think modders could be clever about how you went about it, because Giants won't allow it because it's a family-friendly game and the alcohol thing and all that kind of thing. I understand it, but there are ways around doing, I guess. You know. That's cool, James. Thank you. I like that. Good morning from Tennessee, from Benny. Maine, Darren in Maine. Wow. It's lagging. Oh, it shouldn't be. I'm showing us good stream stuff here. I don't know why. I'm getting no lag on my game. It could be between here and the Elgato, but it doesn't look like it is on my stream. Sorry. It should sort itself out. It normally does. Yeah, I mean, Jim might be plugging away on a new map. I don't know. Yeah, the hop-infused soda water. That was what HMG messaged me and said, I'm surprised you haven't done that. Because I said I've been watching a lot of Derek Bieri and Roadworthy Rescues and watching Vice Grip Garage and that kind of stuff. And he talks about wobble pops all the time. Because he's the same, family-friendly channel. So he says he'll go and wet the bat neck and he'll go and have a wobble pop and that kind of stuff. So I've kind of just, I like that. So I've just been kind of, I've taken his phrase. Apologies. But, you know. California? 2:15? Thank you, Bradley, for joining us. Go to bed. What's the matter with you? No, I know. I suppose a lot of people... Because I'm an old person... Wow, I didn't get anywhere near as much rye off this field as I thought I would. Oof. At the end of the day, it's still rye. I mean, at the end of the day, if I had 790... What am I going to end up with? 800 litres of rye, just to myself, to keep myself going, I'm sure I'll be fine. Tipsu Apsu from Finland. Is it Jurgen de Munch? Sorry if I said that wrong. From Belgium. Callum, hello Callum, thank you for joining us. Gold Gaming FS, howdy, howdy, howdy. Oh, it's cool. I'm so... Yeah, rye is low yield. I mean, it probably pays quite well, but it is low yield. Turn that off. Put that into our storage. Actually, I don't even have to put it into a trailer, I think. If I move over enough. I assume this will take it. I didn't even think. We'll see. Ah. So it looks like potentially I can't put rye into this silo, which isn't surprising because it is an additional crop on here and the silo's not necessarily made for that. Have I got animals on the farm? Please tell me you have been watching the rest of this series. Come on. I do get a lot of people, I have to say. I don't want to upset anyone here. I don't want to make anyone angry, but I do get comments, or not comments, direct messages from people a lot who think I'm some kind of IT help desk or something like that for the game. It is a worldwide audience. It's awesome. You're about to go to bed. I'm sorry for keeping you up. Yeah, I'll get direct messages from people who will ask me questions about the game, about a problem they're having, about a mod they can't find, or a map they can't find, or on a particular map, can they do this, and you know. And for the most part, I will try my hardest. And the thing is, I will do what you can do, is go away and look, search through the mod hub, try and find the information, do it. But no, I don't mind doing it, so I'll go away and do it. But then I'll sometimes get someone who message me about a mod and say, oh, that the new mod on whatever, where do I find it? Or how do I use it? Or so I message and say, well, I showed it in my mod review. Or I showed such and such on a map tour. And the message I get back will say, oh, I don't watch your mod reviews. So I think, well, hang on a minute. This has to be a bit of quid pro quo here, doesn't it? If you're messaging me directly for my help and assistance, the least you could do is just watch the videos. I mean, you know, it's not that I'll just go and ask him. He won't mind, you know. Come on, it's got to be a bit of give and take. So, I'm not complaining about people asking me questions. I have no problem about being asked questions at all. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But it's when that response back is, or someone messaged me the other, and I don't have time to watch your videos. What? Okay. What? You know, lots of people do, and again, you don't have time to watch my videos, but I'm supposed to find time to help you. I know it sounds really harsh, but it's the least. I think personally. You want to see the chooks? Well, I've got chooks and ducks. Chooks and ducks. Look. I think we can go in, can't we? We've got little chicks as well. Look. I love it. I love maps with this on. I know people have been asking a lot, is FS25 going to have baby animals? We don't know. We haven't been told anything like that. It would be cool if they did. 2 live streams in 1 week. I am evolving. I am evolving into a YouTuber. Who knew? Who knew these things could happen? It's like I said before, it's when you've done a couple, or you do one and it works well, and you know, the one I did with Miss CDP the other day, I absolutely had a blast. It was awesome. I loved every second of it. And then I thought, well, yeah, do another one. Why not? You can do another one. You're enjoying it. What I'm going to do, I don't know if I'll do it now, maybe off camera, I'll probably take one of these. I'll empty the sorghum into the silo, and then I'll put the rye into one of these, assuming this will take rye. It might not do, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway. Oh, very good, Felden. Community guidelines and foul language. I like it. Hello, Niall. Thank you for joining us. It's awesome. Hello, Greg. Catching Alive. Yeah, the Mississippi one, it was a kind of impromptu. Like I said, I had this plan, and I had the thumbnail. So my thumbnail for Real Talk is going to remain as it is, and I will just change who the special guest is, whoever it might be, whatever ends up happening with that. And I kind of ummed and ahed. I thought, well, I can do the first one on my own. And I thought, well, no, Mrs. Silly P was at FarmCon. She's getting into the game, and it gives a good kind of perspective between, I say a seasoned player, I suppose, yeah, a seasoned player, and someone fairly new to the game, you know. So I asked her, she was in bed gaming, and said, I don't suppose later on you'd mind coming on. And she said, I thought she'd say no outright, but she was absolutely fantastic. Glad I caught you alive. Also laugh at that Rostelmash joke. What Rostelmash joke? Did I make a joke that I forgot about? Was it a dad joke? What did I do? I don't remember. Oh dear. Left field farming, so glad to see it. Definitely inspiring me to start a channel leading into 25 for modding. Oh, okay then. Morning from the US. Coffee Brat 73. Hi from Brisbane. She is a good sport. I've said I'm going to get really soppy now. Hello Nathan from Missouri. Thank you, thank you. What was I going to say? Yeah, I was going to get a bit soppy. She's my everything. She's my rock. She's my biggest supporter. She's, you know, it's difficult to explain. Well, it's not difficult to explain. You know, we kind of bounced. I spoke to someone at FarmCon about this. I can't remember who I was talking to now. About an analogy that I heard. I don't know what it was on. It was a TV show, anyway, about a gardener and a rose. And every relationship, there's a gardener and a rose. The rose needs to be tended and looked after. The gardener is the person that likes doing the looking after, the tending to the rose. In a healthy relationship, the gardener and rose will switch during a relationship. Because at different times during a relationship, you will need support and love and help and understanding, and the other person will give it, and then sometimes they will need that and you will give it, and it bounces backwards and forwards. What you often find is two roses together don't work well. Two gardeners together don't work well, because two people that constantly want to give and support can stifle each other, and two people that constantly need, let's say two needy people who tends to their needs when they both need needs. Does that make sense? Anyway, and I think we've got that relationship where we've bounced over our relationship over the 29 years we've been married, and we've gone through periods of prosperity. We've gone through periods of really struggling. We've got 5 kids who are all grown up, and you know our youngest, SealyEG, you might have heard of. She was 21 at the end of June. She's our youngest of 5. We've got twins. That was hard. You know, so you go through, you know, periods of your life where you kind of bounce backwards and forwards and you help each other out. And yeah, and you know, when my channel was doing really well, and ad revenue was great and that kind of stuff, I was treating everyone around me because it was great. That's what you do, you know. Pay it forward, pass on the love, that kind of stuff. And then obviously now ad revenue's dropped, you know, views are down, we're heading towards 25 coming out, and she's sort of supporting me and backing me up. It's just the way it works, you know. Anyway, sorry, I've gone a bit, I said I was going a bit soppy, but that's true. MK Gaming Wolf, thank you. I am having a good day. Absolutely. Looking for a good US map. There are loads of good US maps out there. Loads. So I'm just going to take this down to Derek. Oh, it's the cat size. Oh, there's something in the road there. What is that? I don't know how people feel about it. I said about sort of behind the scenes stuff. A lot of people are asking me how I set all this up. I can, if you want to. I mean, this is that kind of thing. I think having a live chat as well is nice, because I can ask the question: do people want to understand, have a bit around? Most people will probably get it already, but a better understanding of how I kind of went around setting all this up and what I did and my methodology behind it all, or do you just want it all to be kept that kind of the magic of showbiz? Potentially. Thank you very much. Hoping the passenger script from the Kubota DLC is in the base game. It might well be. Yeah, it might well be. I don't know. We'll see. I've been saying that a lot. I hope with Water Buffalo, I hope we get a situation where you've got animals to draw equipment. Hello Hydra, thank you for joining us. Any map with medium to large fields would be great for the Nexat. Yeah, the Nexat and the widespan vehicle system. They are doing trials all over the place at the moment. Stay tuned on that. Sup? It's a bit like Fallout. Yes, yeah, that was my plan. Because Fallout was kind of, you know, I'd watched the series, I played Fallout, I mean the original Fallout. Again, back in the day, when I were around, yeah, the original Fallout, I remember playing that. So, you know, Fallout 4 and all those, it was, when I watched the series, it was so cool to see how much they'd got in from the games, which I thought was brilliant. When using precision farming, does slurry give enough nitrogen? When you're doing precision farming, whatever equipment you're using, if you're using the equipment, it will put down exactly what it needs. If you set it on automatic, so it will put down enough, but slurry, you will use more slurry than if you used chemical fertilizer. I think you'll use maybe as much, if not more slurry than you do manure, but again, it depends. I don't know. Watched my guide on grapes and olives yesterday. Found out you can place orchards on land other than fields. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, did I show that? I don't remember. I could do. Oh, okay. So a streaming. I mean, to be honest with you, there are better people to explain streaming than me, and how they go about it. Let's drop this off for Derek. Looks like something. So we might have been getting rid of some of the gear. I've been dropping all sorts off here, and more seems to have gone. Right, let's drop the plough off. So that, I'm not expecting payment for that. I'm expecting that's just a favour for a favour kind of thing. You know what it's like. If I need Derek for anything, if I need a piece of equipment fabricated, if I need something found, then that's the way to go. We will never see base game animal drawn equipment. Giants have mentioned this in the past. Oh, boo. Oh well. It is what it is. That's my dream down the drain. Let's close that. While I'm here, gonna grab myself. I should grab a piece of fruit. I'm back on my keto, people. Back on my keto. the week of FarmCon did a number on me. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm back and being good again. Oh dear. I just need to keep an eye on this. Giants should talk to Rockstar Games. I'm not sure Rockstar would want to know. I don't know, you never know. They're getting there. I do ramble too much. That is true. Very good. Feldin, you're on fire today. There goes his plan to send the water buffalo to art college. There's no point if Giants won't let them draw. So, I did this the other day. I've got sausage rolls, nice. Big old hunk of cheese. Probably not the best thing to just chow down on, but I do like my cheese. An entire cake, not a good idea. To be fair though, on keto, fruit's not great. A lot of natural sugars and stuff in that. In all honesty, the cheese is probably the best thing I could have out of all this. I can have the sausage out of the sausage roll. Oh, you know what? We're fine. Let's just go. Welcome to my world. Right, let's head back. I've got some planning to do. Would like to see trout. 100%. I would absolutely love to see some cool stuff like that. But anyway, yeah. So what I did, I know some people have been asking. I thought, while I'm live streaming, why not? It is the best possible opportunity to sort of do it. If we go to the map, which looks like this. You'll see the different colours now. The different colours denote the various different farms, accounts, should I say. Because as I moved forward and was buying up new stuff and I needed to place things and put things down, it was easier to have them under unknown or question mark. So I kind of set them up. But one of the reasons I picked this map over other maps was... Am I missing loads of stuff here? 4:29 in the morning. Share GTA Farm Sim. That would be interesting. Yeah, we said about Trout Farm, didn't we? Bob. My rambles are welcome. Thank you very much. Hunt some deer. I don't think they'd allow that. Yeah, didn't need to know that, but thank you very much. The deer are way too tiny. I mean, it depends how much you want to eat. Why would I go Jethro Tull? I mean, I could do. I'd have to learn to play the flute first. Anyway, yeah, so one of the reasons I picked this map was for this. You see the blue line there? All the road networks on here can be purchased. And because the roads could be purchased, that allowed me to place objects on the roads for barricades, for crashed vehicles, for lighting, for vehicles abandoned, for whatever it might be. Other maps where you can't buy the roads, and I could have gone up next to it, but then couldn't have put barriers across the road. So one of the reasons why this one was picked, because a lot of people were asking me, why have you gone back to American Falls? Well, one, it's a cracking map anyway, and I wanted to play on it, but that was the reason. I just said it, Nathan, but anyway, American Falls, that's what we're on, by Lancyboi. So it's one of the reasons I picked it, for that, which allowed me to do all this crazy apocalyptic stuff, you know. And like I said, this all came off the back of, and I said at the very start of the word ducks. Yeah, this came off the back of, originally I was going to do just a small farm, and that's why it started out as Harry's Apocalypse Farm, because it was Harry's hobby farm originally. My little pictures that I had for it, I did I made up my own, you know, as I do, my little logos, and it was Harry's Hobby Farm, which was the farm out there. On the first episode, we were trying to find Harry's Hobby Farm, and I said, jokingly, it's more like Harry's Apocalypse Farm now, and that kind of stuck. And then there was all the Survive to Farm stuff, and that's what we were doing, and I said about the booklet, the Survive to Fight series, and it all kind of went from there. It kind of spiralled out of control into what it is now. It kind of, yeah, it grew, it changed. But anyway, so it was originally going to be a hobby farm, and I've done a lot of research on hobby farms across the world and that kind of thing, and then I just saw it was a picture for, was it the Microsoft store? What was it for? Xbox? Something came up anyway, and it was a black and white picture with the logo for whatever it was, whichever store it was, and in the background there was a big mushroom cloud, and my brain just suddenly went boom. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's lagging, isn't it? I can see that. Why is that lagging? That's weird. It's not doing it on my game. It's obviously I'm not showing any frame drops or anything. Apologies if it is lagging. It shouldn't be. Anyway. Yes, all this, I then just went through the mod hub and I found every decorative item, every vehicle, every barrier, every barricade, every concrete block, everything I could find. Just everything I could find. And then just started placing stuff, and it was that kind of, I suppose, the trouble is I wanted it to be a surprise when I did the series. Oh yeah, Giants, the NPCs get changed normally at Halloween every year. Did I do it last year? I can't remember. So when you go onto the maps, it's zombies wandering around. Normally, that's the thing. I need to find out how to remove ads while I'm live streaming. One just came up. Nope, they're on there for a reason. Because that's how I earn my money. They're supposed to be on there. When you do a normal video, YouTube will automatically put ads on when you finished it and it's rendered and it's good to go live, but then you can adjust that yourself, because I have always found YouTube puts on, when people say, oh, you've got too many ads on your videos, the ads I put on my videos are pared down compared to what YouTube suggests you put on there. And I've said this before, when I was talking to Mr. Darlett JD, the industry standard accepted is about every 2.5 minutes, especially on shorter videos. It's okay to have a video, an ad every 2.5 minutes. No, that's not happening. So when you're live streaming, if I say I live stream for 12 hours, if I live stream for 12 hours with no ads, all the views in those 12 hours, I would earn no money, no revenue whatsoever. And I know it sounds crass and it's YouTubery, but it's how it works. This is, like I say, this is behind the scenes, people. This is how it works. It's how I earn my revenue. It's how I earn a living, is off ads. So so when you're streaming, I've got mine on moderate. You can have it set high. Yeah, I mean, people do pay for either premium or they've got special things that they remove it. I don't know how they go about it, but anyway. Yeah, YouTube Premium, I think how it works is you pay for YouTube Premium unless you get it free or some bonus or bundle or deal or something. And then as a content creator, when you do a video, you do get a little kickback. I don't think it's much, but anyway, it's not much for ads much anymore anyway. But unfortunately, yeah, if you might have an ad blocker on or something like that. I mean, I find ads frustrating when people let the YouTube algorithm put the ads on, and you've got ads every 2 minutes. If you watch an hour-long video and they're every 2 minutes, it drives you insane. But I totally understand why ads are on, and I also, when I'm watching content creators, I don't mind it at all, because as a content creator, I know that's how it works. That's, you know, I don't mind watching ads because I know that's helping them. You know, it's helping the channel. When people say, "Oh, you know, just viewing is enough," yeah, it is. Viewing is, because when you view, there are ads, and the ads are what, you know. It's just, that's the way it works. And like I say, I know a lot of people don't talk about it, don't want to talk about it because it's crass, and it's, you shouldn't talk about money, you shouldn't talk about ad revenue. But I don't think as many people understand how it works. Hang on a minute. I've lost my plough, people. Farmer King George, Tim, Cecil, thank you very much. Question, when is yesterday's map review coming out? Yesterday's map review's already out. I did that yesterday. I was Johnny on the spot with it. I did say that. The French map, I loved it. I thought the layout of it, the landscape was gorgeous. It was such a good map. I've lost my plough. Oh, here it is. With the cultivator. My words, look. Me being organised. Oh, who would have believed such a thing? Oh dear. Yeah, back in the day when you had done just TV, 5 minutes, and that was the thing, it was like 5 minutes of ads every 10 to 15 minutes. So when I do my videos, I try to, the first 15 minutes there's an ad every 5 minutes, because you catch people at the start, and then I switch it out to 10, then as the especially for a longer episode, I stretch it out further than that, so it almost becomes like when you used to watch television. I mean, I don't want to go bonkers with it, but anyway, yeah, we'll see. Hello, Richard. Kubota has rice planting and harvesters. We may see some, I don't know. There was an update to one of the maps that you missed to review when it first dropped. Those two maps, I did reviews on both. Pretty sure I did. Let me just double check something. What am I trying to do? Gonna go to there. How are we looking? Likes 108. 709 views and only 108 likes. Come on, people, smash that like button. Smash it, people. Let's go to the mod hub. Sorry, I'm pausing for this. A momentary. Let's have a look. FS22 crossplay. No, I did reviews on both those. Radonheim by DS Power. And Bellingwald. I did reviews on both of those. I'm just trying to think. I don't think there was any extra maps updated on... Right, on PC, Felsbrunn 22, the PC version had an update. I didn't do a review on Felsbrunn 22 when it first came out by the law, because I said this the other day, because it was almost identical to the original version, and at the time I didn't do it. Maybe I should have. Maybe that's wrong of me. I don't know. I probably should have done, but I didn't. So anyway. So of the two that were updated on console yesterday, I have done reviews on both of those. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plough this, and I think what I'm going to do now, just because why not, let's do that and that. Let's plough the gap between. I love the textures and stuff on this map. It's absolutely fantastic. Who's talking about Betamax? Those were the days. Blimey, the old Betamax VHS wars. And we nearly got caught up in all that because my dad, my dad had done a load of overtime, and this is like, you know, this is how it was. My dad had done a load of overtime at work, and came home, and it was that kind of, you know, video recorders, video players. They were new, and everything was cool. It was VHS or Betamax, you know. My dad came home and had done some overtime. He'd got his overtime pay. Right, we're going to go and buy a video player, video recorder thing, and he was going to buy a Betamax. We were so lucky he didn't. But our first one, it was like steam powered. It was like, it had big clunky buttons on the front. It was the weirdest thing you've ever seen. I mean, kids today, you wouldn't honestly, you wouldn't believe it if you saw it. But it was absolutely crazy. Looking for, is Faber? Where's Faber? Faber Farming. Hello, Faber Farming. How are you? Richard Dow. Hopefully, the ground texture improvements. I mean, the ground deformation alone looks incredible. So as far as everything else goes, I mean, I will say buckle in. I just hope it's going to be as good as what we're thinking. You know what? I need to get a stump grinder. I don't have a stump grinder. I was just thinking, what would make life a little bit easier here? Sidetrack much? I've got my old machete. Let's go down to there. Wow, that was loud. Oh good, they just disappeared completely. That's good. I'd really, you know, children, don't do this at home. Don't stand on the object you're cutting. That's a Darwin Award special, that one. Standing on the branch you're cutting off. That's a genius move. Anyway. So what were we talking about? I'm going to go back to chat again. Sorry. The ground looks crispy. That's just all the residue. The residue being ploughed under. I love it. I think it looks really good. I do. They say cassette tapes are coming back. They might be coming back in a... it's that kind of trendy, cool thing to have, you know. They're probably worth a fortune now, those original sort of... I don't know why I'm cutting all this off, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this. Actually, what I can do as well at some point, I can go over to to the mill, to the millers, and I think we'll take another tree down, because I could do with some more trees from wood through my fire processor. Excavator with stump removal bucket would work in the store. Yeah, absolutely. Farmer client, also DJ, well, Farmer Bob too. What if I missed something? Back when giving Telly a smack, wasn't it? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, they weren't buttons, they were levers. It was this big, like, badunk, badunk on the front, yeah. Internet dial-up, I know. This is the thing is, as I said, we've got so impatient these days. And I always remember when we got our first PC and I'd never used one. Mrs. Silly P was using them at work already. The internet, didn't know what that was, didn't have a clue. And it was that kind of... And when a picture was... it would come across the page, up the screen in like bits, as it gradually put the bit... I mean, you can't imagine waiting that long for something to... You know, especially in the world we live in now, with attention spans that are so short. And like we were saying about ads and stuff now, people don't want to have to watch ads. They don't want to have to... You know, if it's something's holding you up for more than 10 seconds, it's a waste of my time. And you think back to those dial-up connections and the old loading screens and, oh, wow. Percussive maintenance. Yeah, when I grew up, I was born in Luton many moons ago, and I only lived there till I was 2. I don't remember anything about it myself, but we lived near Luton Airport, well, across the valley from Luton Airport, and every time an aircraft flew over from Luton Airport, we lost the reception on the TV. I remember my dad telling us this story, and my dad would have to constantly hit the top of the television and try and adjust the you know. Oh dear. Money in the box on the side of the telly, blimey. What we're looking at, BBC Micro, games loaded by cassette. Yeah, I mean, like I say, ZX Spectrum. Like I say, when I was at school and we got our computer suite, and everyone was like, whoa, we got a computer suite. This is so cool. We're going to learn computing. When we went in there, I mean, to us, it was the latest technology. It was the coolest thing out. And it was ZX Spectrum with the rubber keys. Little, and we had 3 of them. That was the computer suite. That was before we got the Acorn Electrons and all those kind of things. Honestly, you had to get up and change the channel. Yeah, honestly. Oh, we're all reminiscing now. We're going for it. Bring back the good old days. No, don't. Don't. Ah, floppy disks, I know. Did I miss a comment back there? Are you worried about console crashes on console? Just I'm worried about. I mean, I don't know. You never know what's going to happen. We weren't expecting console crashes. We weren't expecting console crashes when 22 came out, and that thing where every time you loaded up the mod menu, everything just crashed. It was horrific. It was. Was that bush there before? Wow, that was a lot of fire, didn't we? Yeah, we weren't anticipating that being a problem then, and obviously then it became a problem. Oh, there we go. We still got a branch there. I'll have to say we'll sort out a stump grinder. We'll sort something out. Why is that not going? There we go. So I don't know at release, hopefully, but sometimes you just get these glitches, these problems that it doesn't matter how much Giants test until it gets into the hands of millions of people at the same time. And that's the thing, they can test the mod hub, but they haven't got millions of people trying to access it at the same time. So when that starts to happen, anything can happen. You just don't know, do you? We'll see. Remember the TV in my grandpa's house didn't have a power button. Just plug and unplug. Wow, okay. Yeah, that was the thing as well. Shops being shut. Nothing being open on a Sunday. I always remember when we got married, we had to do confirmation classes at our local church because we were just outside the parish. And the church was relevant to both of us where we got married. And we had to do confirmation classes. So we had to go on a Sunday morning to do confirmation classes. And you would have some newspaper shops would be open for the Sunday newspapers. Then when they closed, that was it. The roads were deserted. Nobody was out and about because nothing was open. It's crazy when you think about it now. It's absolutely mad. Mr. and Mrs. Engineer. Best anti-thief is a clutch. I love that on a car. Probably. I don't know. I don't know if that's more of a... I suppose with electric cars and stuff now, changes things massively. New UK map from FS19 Grassland is coming out soon. We've not got one. We've got so many called Grass this and Grass. We've got quite a few, haven't we? Not sure. I'm struggling to keep up with the chat because I'm paying attention to what's going on here. Yeah, those FS22. When it first came, I'd forgotten all about that actually. It was absolutely awful. I mean, the frustration, especially like. I keep saying especially for me, but when I'm setting up my mod reviews and you have to get every single piece of equipment out, drive it out into position, you have to place every building. And plus it was all new, so we were learning about productions, we were learning about all the new stuff, how things worked, where you could place things, how, you know. So everything you tried to do, you were trying to learn it new. And I might spend an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours setting up for a mod review, especially if it was a day where you had 30 mods, for example. You'd get to one particular vehicle that had a few options on it. It might be a tractor or something, and then the whole thing would crash. And the problem is, people say, why didn't you just save it? When I'm doing map tours and stuff like that, or mod reviews, I have my mod test map set up, and that's good to go. If I save it every time I've got stuff on, when I come back on it to do the next day's mod review, I have to then spend an hour removing everything that was on it, clearing everything off, resetting everything. It just takes ages. So, and it just became so frustrating. You were saving the game every couple of minutes anyway, just in case of crashes. I don't know. Hopefully it won't happen. We'll see. 25p mixtures. Yeah, the old mixed bag. You could be about to go around the sweet shop. They had all the penny sweets in the thing. They used to do 10p bags in ours as well, but yeah, 25. I think there was 10, 20. I can't remember what it was now anyway. And so you could go in and pick what you wanted, or you could just get a mixed bag. So the bags were already made, and you just paid the money. And oh man, that was awesome. Yeah, the worst mistake is saving while setting up for mods. You just, yeah. Oh, now you're giving me anxiety, people. I'm not looking forward now. I was looking forward to FS25 coming out. Now I'm not sure. I say 10p mix. I was going to say 10p bag. You're going back 25p bag. Ooh. Thank you, Simon. I'm glad you like the mod reviews. They do take a bit of time. I know DJ and I converse backwards and forwards because DJ will tip me the wink of when mods are due out. You know, top of the hour, next hour, whether we're getting them or not. You know, he has his contacts at Giants, and it helps me massively. And again, it's my choice to play on console. Whenever I say stuff like this, I still have people saying, well, it's your own fault. Just play on PC. You won't have these problems. I could, yeah, absolutely, but that's not who I am. You might also notice, if you've been watching the series for a while, I did take out the fences all around here as well, just to make it a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do now... You're not in a rush for 25? I must admit, I still think 22's got a lot of legs. There's still a ton of stuff I haven't done. So many maps I haven't played on. So much stuff I haven't done. You know, I'm going to turn that off. I don't want to create a field now. I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I think if you're predisposed to getting bored easily, you'll get bored easily, regardless of what it is you're playing on. So when, you know, within the first year of FS22 being out, there were people already saying, this is boring now, it's samey, productions are boring, this is boring, that's boring, and I don't want to play it anymore. But that's, you know, that's going to happen, isn't it? You can't do anything about that. So is that a different Nathan or the same Nathan? We seem to have lots of... I'm sorry if I'm missing people. It's very cool. That crop. Oh, I think we got custom... The corn crop is nuts. Well, at least I know I can use that trailed harvest on the corn crop. It's bonkers. I love it, though. It's very cool. And I'm going to say this again, people. Come on. Stick with me on this. Pay attention to the small stuff. The details. This sort of stuff. The swaying. I mean, look at it. The swaying of the crops. The birds flying and landing. All this stuff... We just get on. We bang around doing our farming and we don't pay attention to the detail. And that's why I think 25 is going to be so much better. All the things people say, oh, we don't need this, we don't need this, no one asked for this, no one asked for that. All of these things all coming together, the detail is not lag. All these things coming together will make a well-rounded, immersive experience, I personally think. Smash that like button, people. Smash it. I haven't done my YouTube thing that I normally do, but I should be doing it, so I will do it now. Put up my little G portal thing there. That's moved. How has that moved? Let's just adjust that. Will it let me move my... Oh, it's not letting me move it. Oh. Okay, I'll leave it there for a minute. Never mind. Yeah, G portal. If you're looking for an affordable and helpful server provider, G-Portal is the way to go, people. My Discord uses them. We've got multipliers. I know loads of people do. There were loads of G-Portal partners at FarmCon. They're a great server provider. They're straightforward and simple to set up. They've got great customer support. Absolutely awesome. So, you know, again, if you are looking for a server provider, G-Portal is the way to go. There's a link in the description. There should be a discount code as well when you go in. You should get a discount if you follow my link through. I'll do the YouTube stuff while we're here. Don't forget, Miss SealyEG merch is available. I lost my hat, my baseball cap. If you didn't know about that, at Munich Airport, coming home from FarmCon. But if you're looking for some merch, link in the description for Miss SealyEG merch. Yeah, I lost my baseball cap at Munich Airport. I was absolutely gutted. Can't believe it. There's a whole load of stuff. And what's the other thing? Oh, as well, yeah, Gport partner code. Not Gport, partner code for Giants, should I say. For the partner program. If you are looking to buy the new version of the game on PC, or if you just want to use the retail forwarding code, which will help you, the link in the description, to go through to buying your version of whatever it might be with the year 1 bundle and stuff on there as well. If you use the partner code Mr. SealyP, all caps, at checkout, unfortunately it won't work for console, but it will work for PC. That helps me to work up the partner program from tin, where I'm at the moment, through bronze and silver. I'm not going to get to silver and gold. I might get to silver, but I won't get to gold. And then as DLCs and stuff come out in 25, I think I'll be using it more and more. So that would help me massively. It would help the channel. It would, you know, all those kind of things just help. So that would be fantastic if you wouldn't mind. I'm glad you like the coffee mug. On the back, I didn't say coffee on it. It does say on the back of it, it says, have a tea with me. I don't know if that's back to front. Have a tea with me, Mr. SealyP. I've got there's pint glasses, there's travel mugs, there's all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of cool stuff. I haven't done a new design in there for a while. Sorry, I'm a bit close to the mic. I'm making a mess on my desk. Anyway. Yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm seeing the comment there about, I'd say represent budget gamers. I know a lot of people are saying they can't afford to buy a PS5 and they're not going to be playing the game moving forward if it's not available on PS4. Unfortunately, it's the way the world is. You know, they weren't going to support the game forever. It wasn't going to continue actually while I'm doing this. So what I'm going to do, round the back of this field, I'm going to plant some more corn to do as a silage crop probably. And round the back of the field that side, I'm also going to, let's put the plough down. I've turned off create fields, so I'm going to plough round to the back of here. I'm going to do a strip round the back. Not that it's a covert field, but it will be a covert field. And if you do what we've done, I mean, it depends. I don't know. Finances for everyone are difficult, and people are struggling. Everyone's struggling at the moment. It's not a great time at the moment. We've done our PS5s in instalments on our phone plans because it was, you know, I didn't have 500 quid to just go bang buy a PS5, you know. And I know a lot of people were the same. But if you look at that to buying a PC and then upgrades to PCs, and again, it depends on what spec of PC you go for. It depends if you're going to constantly upgrade them. Someone put in the chat about, you know, CPUs, GPUs, RAMs. If you're upgrading all those things, graphics cards, memory card, you know, regularly, you can pay as much for one of those, a high-end one, as you do for a PS5. You know, it depends where you want to go for it. Same with monitors. You know, my monitors are, God, they're getting on a bit now. I've had them a long time, but they work. They're not all the same. They're not all the same size. I don't have a setup where every single one of my monitors are identical. It's not a perfect symmetry setup, but it's enough for what I need. You know, and I love playing on console. This is what I do. Yeah, DJ is much quicker at getting his mod reviews out. Mine's taking a little bit longer to set up and prep, but yeah, he really gets cracking on them, doesn't he? I know a lot of people are still playing on the old gen consoles. I totally get it. I really do. That's what I said. Unfortunately, they were never going to continue to support it indefinitely. It just wasn't going to happen. Like I said, this is the sort of first time in the history of gaming that 2 generations of consoles have remained supported for so long. It doesn't normally happen. DJ is a fast, I'm just looking at this, DJ is a fast editor. I've sat with him. He edited one of my videos for me at FarmCon because I'm learning to use Premiere Pro, and I was having a nightmare. It was the first FarmCon. I haven't taken my laptop with me before. Normally I don't take my laptop. I took my laptop with every intention of doing some editing, putting some videos up, and I went in to ask him some questions, and he said it would be his honour to edit a video for me. I've never seen anything like it. The professionalism, the skill, it's just staggeringly good. So yeah, so I'm going to go all around here. I might have to produce some more. Oh no, I don't. We'll have to produce more seeds. I found that big bag of seed, and there's another one, isn't there, over by the main store. We can always go and collect that. I do make longer videos, that is true, and I know on my mod reviews, I know DJ's always said what's nice about the mods. There are so many other people that make mod reviews. It's not just me and DJ. Obviously, we're the, you know, but DJ's, when we talked about this, he said we do very different styles of mod reviews, and that works well because for people that prefer a faster paced, you know, here are the mods with the information, bang, bang, bang. DJ's the guy for that. I mean, 100%. If you haven't got a lot of time, I was always down the teacher route. That was why I started doing mod reviews originally, was because when I was looking at new mods when they came out, you've got to remember, when I was FS15, no mods, FS17 on console, FS17 we got mods, and we might get one mod on a day. If you think about that now, when people go bonkers, we haven't had mods for 3 days, we only got one mod today. What, you know, we would get a mod, then we might not get a mod for 3 days, then we might get 2 mods, and you know, it was never, you didn't get 50 mods in a day, that kind of thing. And my view was, when I was looking at a mod, thinking, how does this work? What are the options? What does it do? How, you know, and then the teacher in me would come out and think, well, if I'm not sure, and I'm going to teach myself and work out how this works, other people won't be sure, so I can help them. You know, and that was kind of how my style of doing mod reviews and map tours came about. It was just that, you know, if I'm going to learn to do it and work out how to do it, then I'll show other people if I can. It doesn't always work perfectly, and sometimes, you know, there have been so many times where I haven't been able to get a mod to work and I've been going bonkers thinking, okay, I'm missing something, and it turns out there is a problem with the mod or something like that. But sometimes it is just me, it just happens. Sometimes you miss options, sometimes you miss bits. It's the nature of it. It just shows I am fallible, I am human, we all make mistakes, it's just the way things go. I don't say every tyre option anymore. I stopped doing that because people got so annoyed with me running through every single tyre option. So what I normally say now is, look, these are the tyre companies, and I will just bounce through the different options so people can at least see what they look like on the tractor. I don't read them all out now. Sometimes I do if there's something specific that stands out, but I try to avoid it now because I understand it was, you know, I found it annoying and frustrating. And again, my mod reviews evolved over the back of people messaging me saying, could you add this information into your mod reviews? Could you add this in? It would be great if we knew this and if we knew that. So I kind of added bits and bits and bits and bits, and then kind of became a bit unwieldy. So that's where we're at. Yeah, we would go weeks without mods. You know, that was the way it was. We kind of got very lucky and have got very lucky. I think if we end up doing, which I suppose we will all start getting into that realm of doing our look back over 22 as we're getting closer to 25, working out how many mods there are, how many maps have been dropped. We've had more mods and maps on 22 than any previous version. The amount has been absolutely incredible. I mean, it's hardly surprising we've missed some here and there. Come on. Let's zoom in a little bit. I mean, to be fair, it is a small tractor. It's a fair size plough. I'm lucky it's a fairly low horsepower requirement, otherwise I'd be in trouble. That's the thing, isn't it? I honestly don't know the rooster to chicken ratio. Was that even was that to do with was that Realismus modding seasons? Was it? I can't remember now. Yeah, it was all sorts. Controllers are I've just grown up with. That's why I suppose I stick to console. And even if I play on PC, I have got an Xbox controller. I know my PlayStation controller will plug into a PC as well, but I will bounce and I will use different controllers. But mouse and keys, no, I can't. I just can't. I mean, it's like anything. It's what you're used to. You could learn and you could get faster and better at it, and I suppose the more you do it, the better you get at it. The same with editing. I edit on my PS5 still because I'm fast. I'm fast on my PS5 editing. It does become a problem when giants send us out information and all the information comes into your PC. It then means either converting it over or learning, like I say, to edit on PC, which that's the only downside I have on console, is the more information that giants are sending us, especially with FarmCon getting early access to so much stuff, that doesn't help when you're a console gamer. It really becomes a bit of a problem. So thanks, Hydra. Some of you guys have been sub for, I mean, so long. Tyres having a bigger impact. Yeah, I mean it should be a thing, shouldn't it? Yeah, customizing. Yeah, a TLX 9000. That's the thing. It's that. What's the best way of putting it? There are certain modders that when mods drop, you get mods by certain modders, and you go, "Oh, awesome! I can't wait!" And at the same time, you go, "Oh no." 82 Studio is one of them. Connect modding can be sometimes. Custom modding, I mean, there are so many phenomenal modders. And you get... Oh, who are the other guys that do amazing harvesters and stuff? Just get so many options. It becomes bordering on ludicrous. You do get it sometimes with tractors as well. And I love the fact that there are so many options. It is very cool. But from a mod review standpoint, it can get a little bit much. Yeah, I don't know. And you look and go, that's cool. Oh, I'm not sure. But anyway. Shooters and racing. Yeah, I mean, I've played... I think when I did some videos on Sniper Elite way back, I played Assassin's Creed. I've played all different stuff. And people say, I didn't think you played games like that. Why not? I've been gaming since I was in my... Well, since I was a kid. Since I was, you know... We had an Atari, we had an Amiga. What was the Amiga? Anyway, yeah, I mean, going way back to cassettes and that kind of stuff. I've played racing games, shoot 'em ups, you name it. I've played every sort of game, I guess, out there. I was a massive Call of Duty player when the Call of Duty games first came out, Modern Warfare 2. And I've said this many times, I think I went Prestige 11 times online. I went through and through. I just played and played and played. I loved them. And then unfortunately JHG and Dinch, yes, that could be to JHG modding, definitely. More rain effects, yeah. Chris S. Riley and Riley S. Those guys are, I say those guys, but they are, yeah. They're amazing, Chris S. and Riley S. Thank you if you've joined me and I haven't called your name out. Thank you for being on here. Gaming Dad, Tanker427, Tim, thank you. Someone messaged and said they were joining in the evening. Thank you. See, Gabriel? I think it's Gabriel. Thank you so much. Farming sim with a zombie FPS mix. I mean, yeah, that's what I was kind of going for. This kind of Daisy, Fallout, kind of apocalypse vibe. I know not everyone was feeling it, not everyone was enjoying it, but I'm still getting to do my small farming. I'm still getting to do my hobby farm, technically, just within the realms of this environment. I don't know. The same was the Mars one. A lot of people didn't like it. At the end of the day, it didn't matter where it was. I was still farming. Still, it was a different way of doing things. But GTA 5, I played GTA 5 till the wheels fell off. Again, I played through the entire game of that. A lot of these Red Dead Redemption, I played a lot of. When the online versions came out, I lost interest. I prefer... I mean, Call of Duty I played online quite a lot. Call of Duty, I like the campaigns. I like playing all those kind of things. It's when they lose their way in that these first-person tactical shooters, and that's what they were originally, when you worked in teams and you played tactically, were brilliant. When they just became games where people were running around like lunatics, jumping in the air, fast scoping, quick scoping, it just lost all interest for me. It ceased to be a tactical game at that point. It just became utter insanity, you know. I haven't completed Red Dead. I still haven't completed it. I went through a phase of, and it was that thing of, and I say it so many times, people will message me and say, have you thought about playing? And they will suggest a game. And it was the same, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I start playing it, and those are games you can lose hundreds and hundreds of hours. Skyrim on PSVR. What else was it? So many. But then the whole time I'm playing those games, I'm thinking I should be putting out farm sim content. I should be doing my next Let's Play. I should be doing, you know. So you do get into that thing of I have to be careful because I do go down the rabbit hole. I become obsessive compulsive about whatever it is I'm playing on, and I will lose myself entirely to it. So yeah, it's have to be careful. And that's FS22 was the relaxing thing. Sorry if I didn't say hello, Raymond. Ray the French Canadian. Thank you for joining us. I know you've been in for a while, haven't you? It's interesting, yeah. Call of Duty when our kids are the Battlefield. The first Battlefield and Battlefield 2, haha, Bad Company, those were awesome. The soundtrack, fantastic. The Quake games, brilliant. I just keep thinking Johnny Bravo, but not Johnny Bravo. Duke Nukem. Who remembers the Duke Nukem games? Oh, they were brilliant. I mean, the graphics now, look at them, they're absolutely appalling, but you know. Doom, that was one of the first. Was it the first person shooter? I'm trying to think now. I remember being terrified playing that. Oh, blimey. The ambiance. Yeah, we used to play Call of Duty, and we used to play Call of Duty online, but private game. So my brother living in Colchester with his kids, me living in my town with my kids, and we would hook up together and play 4-player. So it might be me and SealyEG, my brother and his son, or it might be 2 of their kids, and you know. So my brother and I were seasoned players at that point, and we used to love playing it. We were pretty good at it, and we would smoke the kids. I mean, absolutely smoke the kids. Being able to sneak up behind them, and you'd be saying to them, I'm coming, and you could hear them shrieking on the microphones and stuff like that. It was awesome. When it got to a point where we started playing and they were absolutely whooping us, I mean, absolutely destroying us, that's when you think, yeah, we've lost a step here. We are not as great as we once were. It is just nice to harvest a field. It is just nice to plough. When you've got games with end of level bosses, or you're playing a game that's getting you so frustrated, your heart's racing and hammering, you're getting angry or whatever it might be, especially games like Call of Duty when you're being killed left, right and centre. To come on and play a game like this, I would finish work, I would come home, put this on and just boom, just de-stress. Let's tank it off. Take care, have a great day, whatever it is you're doing if you're going to bed. COD Online can be toxic. But my brother and I, racing games, my brother and I are very closely matched in ability, skill level, as far as racing games go. Toka touring cars, because we were mad touring car fans. I mean, we went to Silverstone to watch the touring car rounds. We loved our touring cars back in the day. John Cleland, honestly, the old, because we had Vauxhall Vectras, and when they were racing Vauxhall Vectras, the years when the Volvos came in, the Audis with the four-wheel drive systems, and everyone was fuming about it. But Toka Touring Cars was brilliant. I mean, absolutely fantastic game. And even when Gran Turismo, the first one, came out, it's interesting when people refer to things back then. I watched an interesting video the other day, and it made me smile, because it was one of those comments you listen to and think, did you really say that out loud? I think it was, when you watch veterans react, or Marines react, or Rangers react too. And it was 2 guys, I don't know, they were Special Forces guys in the US, watching the film 6 Days about the Iranian embassy siege with the SAS when they retook the Iranian embassy. And what one of them said, because it was, 1980? 80, 81? It was way back. And they said, I can't believe they went in and did all that using that poor equipment. And what was it? It was, the way they worded it was inferring, why weren't they using better equipment? At that time, the equipment they were using was cutting edge. That was the very latest gear they were using. It was, in today's standards, what they were using was pretty poor and pretty awful. But at the time, it was the very latest thing. And that's the thing, isn't it? Gran Turismo, Toka, when they came out, that was the very latest in graphics. That was the very latest in game engines and gameplay, and it was phenomenal. And you look back at them now and think, oh, the graphics were bad. But they weren't. At the time, they just weren't. Don't say that, Nathan. 1981 was the year you were born. It's one of those things that when I was teaching always horrified me. I was born in 73. And obviously so many things have happened. There's milestones in the world that happen, being things like the Falklands War, and then the First Iraq War, Second Iraq War, Twin Towers. There's all these things that landmark history, whether it be wars or tragedies or, it's funny how we don't always remember the good bits. Obviously, there's my wedding and the things when my kids are born, that kind of thing. But then when you would do, not celebrations of, but remembrance of, and I would talk about certain things at school in lessons in history and stuff like that, forgetting that the kids I was teaching, they weren't alive. I mean, when I was an instructor at Air Cadets and you would talk about the Falklands, which was 82, and you got kids going, what's that? What's the Falklands? And we were like, what? How can you? But why would they know, you know? Unless you're taught it. HTB? You know what? I was going to say earlier on, Coffee Brat 73. When I saw your thing come up, I was going to ask. I was assuming that was your year of birth. I thought it might be. 73 was a good year, people. It was a good year. 2011. Who said tablet? No way. 2011. That's terrifying. Yeah. I have genuinely. We went to Vegas in 2007, then in 2009. We loved it and went back again. I've got T-shirts that I bought in 2007. I still wear. Ah, dearie me. You joined the Royal Australian Air Force in '83. Thank you for your service. March of '81. Wowzers. Thank you, Tom. Some games people can't play for reasons, but they can still. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there are all various different reasons why people can't play games, and it can be down to hardware, it can be down to illnesses, it can be down to all sorts of things that prevent you from playing and doing stuff. And people live vicariously through the YouTubers they watch. I do, you know. Good morning, Nina. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much, Mike's Farming. You get... It's working today. I worked out when we did the stream the other day, when I said my stream, people saying, you need to reset your stream deck. That's what it was. No, what it was, I switched my mic from my PS5 to my PC. When I switched my mic over to the PC, it knocked the sound from my TV or my monitor speakers to the output on the mic. That's why none of my sound buttons were working. And I managed to find that out. What was on top of the pops when I was 18? Oh, blimey, I honestly couldn't tell you. I'll tell you what, if you want someone who's an absolute music guru, and I mean terrifyingly so, Mrs. CDP is unbelievable. I don't think there's been a single pub quiz, or I know sometimes different companies she's worked for, they would have quiz nights and stuff and music rounds. She's an encyclopedia. I don't know how she does it. It's terrifying. She'd be able to tell you. It is a big field, but I'm not ploughing all of it. The bit I harvested around the outside, I'm going to be ploughing. I'm going to plant corn for a silage crop, not around this one, around the one I just did. This one I'm going to put a different crop in. But I'm doing this as a stealth crop, because from the road, this crop here, you can see, but hopefully the crop behind you won't be able to see. I mean, it makes no difference. It's just you know. Oh, no. Thank you, Mr. CDP. It's nice to be acknowledged and to acknowledge those who have also served. I couldn't agree more. And that, I've always said that when I usually do my sort of Christmas thing and talk about it. Anyone who's served is serving, have family members who've served, and that's not just military. Law enforcement, I think ambulance service, fire brigade, coast guards, any of those things, you know, where people are, I mean, obviously you get paid, it's a job, but you are doing something so far and above and beyond what people realise. I think it's such an incredible thing. Nurses, doctors, it's incredible. Anyway, yeah, that's just mine. Did I get to drive in a Fent at FarmCon? I was going to say it's a funny story to that, but it's not a funny story at all. Sorry, my nose is starting running. I took my meds this morning. I'm medicated. That's just hay fever tablet. But no, we were all given passes, and it was I must admit, it was an interesting thing how everyone coped with it. Because I say coped with it, we were all given a pass that said VIP on it. It was a big, it was a really big garish thing that said VIP. It had a Fent logo, VIP in big letters to put round your neck. And what that was for, if you were a content creator, that allowed you. I must admit, we weren't. Most of us didn't feel very happy or comfortable about it. I'm not going to lie. Thanks, Hydra. I assume you're referring to the 1973. No way. Come on. Oh no. I'm not reading out loud. Anyway, so yeah, we were all given these VIP passes, and it allowed us the queue to drive a Fent, to go on a Fent tractor, meant you could jump the queue. As a content creator and a guest there of Giants, I mean, everyone was a guest of Giants. We all paid for our tickets. We all paid for our flights. We all paid for our accommodation. Giants didn't pay for any of it. We paid for ourselves to be there. It allowed us to jump the queue, and I don't think any of us felt particularly happy about that. So we were then told, because there was tractor driving on the Saturday and then on the Sunday, so we were all told, don't worry, the content creators tractor driving will be Sunday. When we did it at Deutzfahr, we got there early on the first day, I think it was, and we did tractor driving before the doors opened, so we weren't stopping people, we weren't in the queue, we weren't, you know, jumping the queue or anything. That's not right, is it? And so we all waited, you know. No one wanted to jump the queue, no one wanted to be that guy. I'm a VIP, let me through, you know. We just didn't. So Sunday comes round, it was raining a little bit, and we then get told they're not doing tractor driving on Sunday. They never were. We're like, what? Then someone said they're not doing tractor driving because it's raining. And we all laughed. It was that thing of, no, you're quite right. Those big four-wheel drive tractors that operate on farms in all weathers can't possibly drive in the rain. What? But apparently no. Fent never had any... they weren't going to do tractor driving on the Sunday at all. So I don't know if any of... Maybe some did. I know none of us did. Yeah, none of the group of people that I was knocking around with did tractor driving because we were all told it'd be Sunday and then it didn't happen. So, unfortunately not. But it is what it is, so... Yes, we'll brush it under the carpet, Hydra. Yeah, that is an oof. That's a... Oh! The ground does look realistic on you. I love it. I love the textures. It was a good shout queuing up, Mark. I have to say, I honestly wish we'd have done it, because I know we were talking about it on the Saturday, and a lot of us, you know, we were all saying there was no way we're going to jump the queue. If we'd have gone out for the tractor driving, I'll queue up like everybody else. There's no way. Cliff Richard, mistletoe and wine. It's a classic. It's a classic. That was number one for J-Bot. Was that the year you were born or when you were born? The month, I don't know. A helicopter flying around in the background. Really? I can't hear anything. So, am I going to start seeding? I might as well. I don't know how long have I been going for. I've lost everything. Did you ever go and queue up for midnight releases of games for a disc before digital downloads? I didn't actually. I know what you're referring to, Holden, man. Tony Hawk soundtracks. That's pretty cool. Jim Kayaker. Kylie. Oh, Kylie. Kylie Minogue was cool back in the... Oh, she's still cool now. No, I don't think I did. I'm trying to think if I ever queued up for a game. I don't think so. I know I queued up for Lego. My Lego obsession. Let's just very quickly. I don't know, for that, there's more bit at the door. That side. I've got the door open because it's a bit warmer today. It's been raining, but it's still about 24 degrees, so it's got a bit of a muggy feel to it. My Lego obsession, and you can't see it. There's an AT-AT there. That's the smaller one. I did get the Ultimate Collector's Edition when that came out, and when that came out, you had to pre-order it, and then you had to queue up and wait for the store to open to get it. And the Game and Hedgehog, what have I missed? Oh, out on parents. Yeah, so yeah, I had to queue up for the Lego and go and collect it. And I've said this story before. There were 20 blokes, all probably the same age, all queuing up, all waiting like little kids. It was the best thing ever. It was just awesome. All talking about our Lego collections and all talking about stuff we liked and people sharing pictures and then when the store opened, it was nuts. It was just, yeah, I don't know. It was very cool. But anyway. Who's had too many wobble pops? It's too early in the morning for wobble pops here. I was never into gaming till my son, this is Farmer Giles, with ADHD started playing and it gave us time together. Honestly, I love that. So, yeah, not enough wobble pops. I mean, yeah, I say it's still early in the morning here. 34 degrees in Finland. We got up to 31 on Friday, 31, 32. And myself and Mrs. EP took the afternoon off and we went to a local pub in the countryside and we sat out in the garden, or sat at the front of the pub actually. We had a lovely pub lunch and we drank and then we came home, we sat on the deck, we listened to music. It was a lovely, lovely day. I haven't bought a Lego set in, I can't remember, my Lego obsession died. When SealyEG worked at the Lego store, she got a really good discount. And I mean I was buying Lego sets before that. My Millennium Falcon, my Ultimate Collector's series, that was one of those things that when my YouTube channel started really taking off, and I promised myself I would buy myself something really cool, and there was a list of a few things I wanted to buy, and the Millennium Falcon was, and I bought that full price. Wowzers, that was a lot of money. And then obviously she started working at the Lego store and we got a discount. When she got made redundant from the Lego store and then transferred up to the Leicester one, or they transferred her to the Leicester one, they were being made redundant and it was too far to travel, so she stopped working at the Lego store. And I haven't bought, I've had a couple bought for me as gifts since she left the store. I mean, that's a long time ago. I think the last Lego set, when we went up to London with DJ Goham, Farmer Cop, Virtual Farmer, Mrs. EP, we went up to London in the week after FarmCon. We went to the Leicester Square Lego store, and what did I buy? It was a tiny little set. Can't remember what I got now. But anyway, yeah, we didn't. Yeah, that's the last thing. I went around the Lego store, looking at and listing all the things I would love to have, all the things I would love to buy, but it's just too much money. Lego's gone through the roof now price-wise. It is quite scary what they're charging. I'm just wondering whether or not, shall I try and be daring, a bit of daring do? Shall I try and move one of those pallets so I can? This could go horribly wrong. These are the bits I would normally edit out. Oh, I was going to go and check on how long we've been going for, wasn't I? How long we've been going for? Why is it not showing on here? Smash that like button, people. Come on. 174 likes with 1,204 views. We should have more. Come on. Should be hammering that like button. I can't find what it says. Mrs. Silly P found it immediately the other day. Oh. A while, I would say. Never mind. When I'm finished what I'm doing, I've completely lost track of everything. I've lost track of time. I've lost track of myself. 104 degrees with heat advisory. Well, that's not good. If you're looking for Evergreen Valley in the mod hub and it's not showing up, it's because it's not available for the older gen consoles anymore. It was taken off for PS4 and the older gen, oh, my mind always goes blank, the older gen Xbox. Thank you, Tim Comben. That's very kind of you. Very generous of you. Thank you very much. Legend. Yeah, the Jaws Lego. I mean, we're going to need a bigger boat. I mean, that would just be... Oh, don't. I can't. I just can't. I've got a few things in the pipeline coming up and it's... Yeah. It's working out what you can and can't do within the realms of... Also what you can afford. We're talking about doing... Hello, Dave from Canada. 105 minutes is showing. What time is it? 11:31. Okay. Thank you, Greg. 1 hour 45 on scroll back of the video. Been going quite well, haven't we? Thank you, Shane. King Aurelian, hello. Thank you for joining us. Scottish guy, 34. Yeah, 200 for Lego. I mean, this is it. When you're looking at 200, 280, 300, you know, you're looking at models now like the Big Star Destroyer, like the Millennium Falcon, like the any of the Ultimate Collector Series ones. When you're looking at £700 up, you know, and like I said this a while back, the guy at the Lego store, the manager there, said in the next year or so we will see the first £1,000 Lego set. It will come out, you know, it will happen. It's kind of inevitable at the moment, which is terrifying. I'm not sure. Let's get the lights on that. No, I don't think it's going to let me. I wonder if I can just get the straps on it. I mean, that's not how it should be lifted, but those straps have grabbed it, so I'm going to take it. I mean, there are some, yeah, it is out of hand. Some of the sets that have come out recently, especially if they are... Can I not... Do I have to tip it? Or do I have to get it on the forks? I'm not too sure. Maybe. I've done the wrong way around, haven't I? Thank you, Dave. That's very kind of you. Dude. First super on a live stream. Thank you, Dave. That's incredibly kind of you and incredibly generous. Legend. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Model railway locomotives. Yep, I bought a lot. I still haven't built it. Again, is that thing of I want to do, and I wanted to build an entire set of N-gauge. I've got tiny little N-gauge stuff. I love the fact you can build a bigger set on a smaller scale. Does that make sense? And I still haven't built it. I haven't built any of it. I bought stuff to do a whole diorama, and I was going to do a big set. But again, if I'm doing that, I'm not making YouTube videos, and it's that what do I prioritise, you know? Oh, there we go. That's all I had to do, just that. JMac Trucking, thank you very much. Very kind of you. Thank you. You get it on the screen and from me as well. Thank you. Very kind of you. Are we enjoying this map? Still think it's a belter. I do, I absolutely do. Lego is not cheap. Thank you, Dave. That's very kind of you to say. Dude, you haven't got that. Oh man. Thank you. Thank you, Mike's Farming. I'm not on here plugging for a Lego fund. That's not at all. I'm just saying that. I honestly don't mind. I've got down to my left, or down here. I've got the Lego typewriter in a box. My children bought me for my birthday 2 years ago. Still haven't built it. Indoors, I've got the Bugatti. They bought me 2 Christmases ago. I haven't built because I haven't got space. I don't know where to put it. I just don't have the room. So unfortunately, some of my sets, like I say, I'm not buying more. One, they're too expensive at the moment anyway. But two, I don't know where I would put any of it. You know, I'm out of space. It is a fairly big map. Obviously, I'm just doing stuff around the farm at the moment. But what we'll do now, let's bring that forward. Drop that to the ground. I think we just about made it into these, didn't we? The smaller ones. So the rye that we harvest. Now, it might be this won't take the rye either, but we'll find out in a moment. If not, I might just have to... I don't want to tip it on the floor. I don't really want to sell it, but... we'll find out. I could do a Lego build stream, and a lot of people have said that. I'm not competing with DJ. It was interesting because for me, a lot of the sets I bought when they came out, and I need a man cave add-on. I do need to build a basement, to the man cave. I need to dig my entire garden up, put a big shipping container in it, cover it all back over, have the man cave with a secret entrance. That would, oh, could you imagine? That did work. Cool. I said I was going to do it, so we got there. How amazing would that be? No. No, 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 no. Right, when you lay all the Legos out and sort them, it's called knolling. It's called brick knolling. And it's interesting because I never knew it was called that, and I've been doing that for years. Rather than just sifting through looking for each part, you either organise them by brick type or colour or both. It's up to you. Open up, and I would do it in order. You go through the numbers of the packs, put them all out on the table, organise it all out, and then build. It's a much more efficient and quicker way of doing it, I think, personally. And then because I watch Adam Savage on Mythbusters, and then obviously the Tested YouTube channel, and when they do their Lego things, it's something he does with tons of stuff, and it's called knolling. I never knew it was called brick knolling, but that's what it's called. Yeah. And SealyEG had always done it as well. And when she worked at the Lego store, and they would have new sets come out that had to be built to go in the shop window, they would often be given them to make out the back, and they'd have to make them to go in the window. So she would sit there and doing that, and even the people that worked for Lego asked her what she was doing, and they had never heard of it and didn't do it. That's the Lego employees. Really? You must do brick knolling. It's just the way. The model fun fair is boxed in loft due to space required to display. Yeah, it's that is the thing. And again, I am oh, Lancaster bomber, could you imagine? The one that got away. Oh, so what I was saying was, yeah, so DJ and Cop, when they were going around, DJ was saying, God, that's a really difficult to find set. That's a rare set. This is a rare set. You can't get that anymore. You can't, you know. So when I was buying them and building them because they were Lego sets. I've had them a long time now. If you talk about rare Lego sets, on my wall, I don't know, it's right behind my seat. You probably won't be able to see it if I move the chair the wrong way. Anyway, right behind me on the wall, there's a Lego Luke Skywalker in a frame. That's an original from the original X-Wing fighter Lego set that came out 20 plus years ago now, and that was the original one. So I've got that. That's 100% original. When all the first Star Wars sets came out 20 years ago, when my kids were little, I was buying up Lego sets. I was working at Royal Mail at the time, and I was buying Lego sets and building them and displaying them like I did now. As my kids got a bit older and I was running out of space, I couldn't display them anywhere. So I gave all the Lego sets to my children to play with, and they all got broken up. So all those original 20-year-old plus Lego sets, which are as rare as anything now, are all just smashed up in a box somewhere. So anyway, oh, Feldin, dude, stop it, not. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that, you know, because Lego wasn't cheap and hasn't ever been. It's a sign of the times as you kind of get older, and it's all relative to wages as well. You know, when I was growing up, Lego wasn't expensive. My mum and dad would buy us the odd Lego set every now and again, Christmases, birthdays, those kind of things. And they used to have the pocket money sets and stuff that were like 99p. But then 99p then, when wages weren't very much, was a lot of money. So it all scales up over time, doesn't it? That doesn't surprise me, actually, Gabriel. I love that. This is Duck. Do I have a design? Mocks, they call them. My own creation. Lego sets where people build their own designs. I used to. I don't anymore. I have converted a few. I've had Lego sets that when I've built them, I have built them. I know I'm no master Lego builder. I'm no, you know, that's not what I am. I don't. And I've looked and thought, I'm not happy with that, or that doesn't look right, or doesn't fit right, or doesn't seem right, or because it's a particular thing, I wanted it to look a particular way, I've then tweaked it. Because I've got loads of Lego to fall back on, so I've got boxes and boxes of stuff, and I've fiddled around. J-Mac, thank you very much, man. Thank you. I am humbled and blessed, honestly. Do I ever watch Colin Furze? Are you kidding me? Right, so here we go. Colin Furze, phenomenal. Awesome guy, just wow. And his Colin Furze mining company, where he dug his underground bunker in the back garden under his shed. Then he took that from his shed to his workshop, then to the house with all his tunnel network. Dexter, thank you very much, man. First super on a live stream, thank you very much. Thank you, man. So anyway, yeah. So I've been watching, you know, and now he's doing the bit at the front of the house, and he's going to put his DeLorean in it with a lift that comes up all James Bond style. Well, when they did the original, the Keep On Digging, it was a blueprint. They had the blueprints for what he was digging, and you could get a blueprint signed, and it says Keep On Digging with the blueprint with his signature on it. I've got that just behind my monitor on the wall, just there. My Colin Firth Keep On Digging, and just recently I have been gifted by a friend, and it's being shipped to me, the Colin Firth mining company dirt, the dirt from the hole they're digging at the moment, they're putting in jars. I'm getting one of those as well, honestly. So I'm the same with YouTubers. I get that same kind of, that buzz, that energy, that excitement. I think it's cool. I think if I met a lot of these guys, I would be the same. When I met Tom Pemberton at Lammer, I met Joe Seals at Lammer, I got to meet Caleb Cooper. Just because you are, you know, a YouTuber, a content creator, it doesn't stop you being the same when you meet your idols, the people you look up to and you watch, you know. And it's that kind of, it goes around your peers and all the guys I've met as part of everything we do on Farming Simulator. Meeting Yoss and well, all of the guys, Neil B at Lammer, and meeting Mark at FarmCon, and all these people, DJ Goham, FS, a Farm Sim guy, Argsy, Virtual Farm when I met him for the first time. I've been watching Virtual Farmers videos long before I started. You know, he's been going a long time. And meeting them in person, and when I've met various different modders like Cavalier Roy, Ross N Mods, Hellraiser, Connect Modding, I'm in awe. I'm meeting these people, shaking hands like, this is incredible. Mike's Farming, oh, thank you, man. Thank you for being you. Maybe your birthday, do a live stream and raise money for a charity that supports the services. Reckon you do well. I'm not sure what my birthday plans are at the moment, but you do get it, definitely. Thank you, dude. That's very kind of you. Have a good day or good night or whatever it is you're doing. Please take care. Look after yourself. Yeah, I have to say the Colin Firth thing, I'm a big fan. Big fan of Colin Firth. The guy is bonkers and brilliant. My brother, who was in the chat right at the very start, I popped into the chat, Graham Makes Stuff. My brother is Colin Firth. My brother has very basic rudimentary tools, which is how Colin Firth kind of started out. Colin Firth was a plumber, I think it was originally. My brother builds stuff, and he just makes... The things he does are incredible. Things he's built around that house, hacks for things. He built his own man cave first, whereas I kind of got the inspiration to do it. He then extended it out with a secret doorway that goes through into the other one. He's built, I mean, everything. He builds everything. And I keep saying to him, start your own channel. Please start your own channel. Do this because people would love it. You know, that's how Colin Firth started out. Build that crazy bonkers stuff. You know, he's built himself a trike. He built himself a petrol. He bought a petrol mower, an old petrol mower the other day, and he made it into a ride-on one. Honestly, I think I put a link on my Facebook of it. My brother is phenomenal, and also is my brother. I love him to bits with all my heart. He's such a fantastic guy. He should do the same thing. Metal detecting and garden railways. Oh, garden railways. See, that's the thing my brother wants to do, and his wife has forbid him from doing it. He wants to have a big garden railway, and she won't. He's got a massive garden. She won't let him do it. Will I be going to Lammer in January? The plan is yes. We have plans afoot, hopefully, to be attending Lammer. That is the plan. We do want to go. I don't know if we're going to have the same big thing. It depends whether Giants are attending. Shall I use the John Deere? I might use the John Deere. I like the pop nature of this. Oh, and it a beaut. Let's disconnect that. I don't know if this is going to work. We want the seeder. Yeah, I mean, I'm sub to, like I said, when people ask me about my interests, I'm sub to, because I'm into my model making. I was a big Warhammer fan. I've got a Black Templars army, Warhammer 40k. So I watch a lot of channels that make models, miniatures, games terrain. I watch a lot of bushcraft guys from my days of being in cadets. I love my bushcraft stuff. No, I can't remember whether or not. Actually, what we will do. So this is why I need the side panel back. No, not that. I need that on. No, I don't need that one. What am I talking about? Oh no, it won't work, will it? Because that's just a hitch, not a 3-point. Okay, that's not going to work on that. Right. Oh, that's what I can use. The other cool find. Hasn't got much horsepower, we might be alright. Are there plans for me to do more walk and talks? There are. After we did the one the other day, which I accidentally deleted, I just loved it. I had a blast doing that. There's another reason why. I think that was what kind of... I can't thank DJ and Cop enough, because they said about doing a walk and talk, and could they be part of it? And I was like, of course you're going to be part of it. Why wouldn't you? Right, let's put that down. Just click that. Let's look up the other one. So we went out to Ashridge to do a walk and talk. I'd already done some prep. I was going to go there at some point. And I loved it. I had so much fun doing it. That's when I thought the other day about doing that one with Miss CDP doing real talk. Can I scroll through and let me do corn on this one? No. Okay. I'd certainly do that to check. So I did the live stream then with Miss CDP and then thought like, about today. I thought I was just going to do a video on this. But all of this stuff, most of this would have been off camera. Because I thought no one wants to watch me doing this. This is just stuff. But at the end of the day, when you're live streaming, it's different because you're interacting while you're doing this stuff. So I need seed now. Keep smashing that like button, people. Keep smashing that like button. It helps on the algorithms. It helps on things. It helps people see it and find it and enjoy it. Where did I leave that bag of seed? I put it over there, didn't I? I think we have still got some in our seed production, but we found this bag. So we'll fill that up. This isn't going to last long, but actually I'm hoping this is going to go far enough down that I can use the broadcast one on the other one. Is my chat stopped? Is my thing behind? What's going on here? No, I think we look right. Oh no, do you not want to be... Okay. Mrs. EDP's peering behind the door. She's offering me a coffee. Yeah, it's still working. I thought it stopped. Then people just stopped talking. Actually, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Anne.
Hi, everyone.
Hang on. Hang on. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, no.
What?
I'm not feeling well today, so...
There you go. Miss CDP's in the house. I did say you weren't feeling very well.
Yeah.
And there was lots of love for Miss CDP. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Hydra says he'll have a coffee, please.
I'm just putting the kettle on. You want to come round?
See, people are very happy to see you. Look.
They are.
It's stone cold, but it's still coffee.
Okay.
It's a frappe. Is it a frappe? What is it, the cold ones?
Cold coffee.
You know the ones
just spat it down your front.
You know the ones that give you brain freeze. What are those ones?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Thank you, Han.
No problem.
Love you, Sarah. You'll be there in about 3 hours. I might have to keep coming back and refilling, but it's alright. Yeah, she's not feeling so grand at the moment. But it's a bit, my kids have all been ill, you know. Thank you, Morgan. No, I think, like I say, I am going to do more of these. It was that thing I said way back. Lower. That I got very nervous and apprehensive about doing streams in case I got it wrong, or I set it up wrong, or it didn't run properly, or I made mistakes with all of the stuff. And then it was that thing of, I think, again, talking to people like DJ and Cop and all these guys and all saying, you know, just do it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it goes wrong, you're still having a go and you'll learn. And I've got better at it, and I'm doing it, and it's working, and I'm live streaming, and we've done walk and talks live, and, you know, we did the thing the other day live. I did the interview, well, that wasn't live, but with Cop, and I'm getting more comfortable doing it. So this will happen more, I think. And I do like this interaction. I do like I said before, I don't always have enough time to go through the comments of every video. I skim through sometimes. Sometimes I don't even get a chance to skim through the comments. So this is just a fantastic way of getting that immediate feedback. I like that. So yeah, so my kids have been, I say kids, like I say, they're adults, you know. My eldest is 27, nearly 27. And then my son is, oh, I can't, I'm going to get in trouble now. Emma's 21 and they're between that. We're twins, well. But anyway, they're all adults, but the old dreaded COVID was doing the rounds again. And when they all went to Croatia, they'd all gone on holiday. SealyEG didn't go. When we were at FarmCon, they'd gone to Croatia for a week. My daughters and their boyfriends had gone. Mr. Dalit JD, who I've spoken to about many times, my daughter's boyfriend tested positive for COVID. No one else did. No one tested positive, just him. So he didn't go. Then he tested negative, and then went out and met them a few days later. But they've all been ill since, not feeling at all well, sort of flu-y, almost like. But none of them are testing positive for it, so I don't know. It's a bit weird, and then so it is what it is. They are still my kids. They will always be my kids forever. That's the thing, isn't it? I can't remember who I was talking to at FarmCon. We were talking about that, and I said it doesn't matter how old they are. Someone asked about the twins thing, and someone also said someone recently had twins, and does it get any easier? And I said it doesn't get easier. The problems change. The problems become different. But they don't get easier, and you don't ever stop worrying, you don't ever stop thinking about them, you don't ever stop being concerned for their health, their well-being, their welfare, just because they're older. You know, it's at the end of the day, they're still your kids, and they always will be. So I guess that's kind of it, isn't it? Oh, you know what? I'm done. I was supposed to fertilise first. I know there's still people. I was watching some guys the other day on a Veterans React video on British Black Rifle Coffee channel, and they were talking about it and making jokes about the supposed COVID outbreak that was just the flu. So, okay, well, it still killed plenty of people. It wasn't, you know. Hello, Nodorf. Hello, Luke. Again, anybody I haven't mentioned, I do apologise. Gabbath, hello. Costa del Swansea, awesome, love it. Now, is that Mac Infinity? Thank you. Keep doing live streams, you'll pick up some more kids. I don't want any more, I'm fine. I'm good with what we've got. How would you ever have Dagwin on your live stream? Walk, talk or interview? 100% I would. Dagwin, like I said, there were Moose 2006, Brad M73 and Daggerwin were the guys when I started. When people say you were the reason I started my channel, yours were the first videos, yours were the first guide to videos, you know, that I ever found. Those guys when I started and didn't know what I was doing, Moose 2006, Brad M73 were the two that I found for guides and tutorials. Daggerwin was the guy I found for Let's Plays, and there were a couple of Virtual Farmer was doing stuff at the time, as was Landy Kid. Who else? There were a few other guys knocking around that were doing stuff, and I watched a lot of their content. And I remember, like I said, myself and SealyEG watching when she was a lot younger one night, and we messaged on the comments to Daggerwin, and he messaged back, and we were absolutely blown away by the fact he'd messaged back. So would I? Absolutely. I would love to meet the guy in person, shake his hand. And that was what I said as well, that kind of fanboy thing. I don't know a lot about Jake, the Formal Pickle. I know of his channel, and I know big numbers as well. But I don't know a lot about him, in honesty. But I suppose, yeah, anybody. It would be cool to meet new people and that kind of thing. But yeah, when I hit my 100,000 subscribers and I did the special and I got my plaque and I put the thing up, he put a comment in saying congratulations and here's to many more. And I was blown away by that. Like I said, you know, comments from everyone. It was awesome getting... What's going on? No, I didn't mean Tara Worker. Getting comments from everyone congratulating me was awesome. But it's that kind of... Not that he was a mentor. I suppose a mentor in a way, but that inspiration to get started, that was... incredible. I was so overwhelmed and inspired by that. I thought it was really cool. So yeah, I'd love to meet him. I know the guys at Giant said he does get invited to most of the events, but he doesn't like to travel. He's quite an insular person, keeps himself to himself. That's why for a long time you didn't see him on camera. There's been a few shots here and there on his various different channels where you catch a glimpse of his face. but it's his voice he's most well known for and that kind of thing. And yeah, God, that would be incredible. I'd love to meet the guy. Just to shake his hand and say thank you, you know. Would I like to interview him? Of course I would. Nayswell Farm. That was the first ever Let's Play I ever watched of his. And I remember watching it being gobsmacked by how cool it was. Because obviously he played them. Clutch. I was lucky enough to do the Farm Sim show with DJ and Clutch. And I would love to meet him in person. Hopefully at some point I will get to meet him in person. Sound guy. And great respect for the man. He's a serving fireman. I'll say that was weird. That carried on seeding. Right, I'm going to go and get some more seed. I don't know actually whether or not I should go and get more seed or go and get fertiliser. So what I was going to show you was where I've been getting my fertiliser from at the garden centre, which is just on here. I've still got more I've got to be doing. What about Two Bro? He did farming. Yeah, Two Brothers Gaming. He did mod reviews and stuff. I think he gave me a shout out when I first started out. He mentioned me in one of his mod reviews about the fact I was doing mod videos, and again I was blown away by that. That was really cool. So ever going to be an extra in Scroft's Farmhand series? No. Well, I don't know, but I don't think so. But there are plans in motion for myself and Mrs. CDP to do something in collaboration with Scroft and Beanie. That's the plan. I don't know when or how it's going to pan out, but that is a plan that we have at the moment. Have I heard from Alien Jim? I haven't. Not in a long time. First time live, Driver1227. Thank you very much. Took you by surprise it was live. I know. And I know a lot of people, because it's going to be weird because this is episode 16. Having a live stream in the middle of it all is going to be a bit strange, I guess. But at the end of the day, it was the best way I could do all these bits, get back into the flow, get my mojo back, because I really had lost my thread with it. I wasn't sure how to get back into it because it had been a long pause, it had been a gap, and you know, I had gone into hiding due to local militia groups and bands, so I just hid away. That's my... That's what we're going with. Yeah. If you can have the trailer back and 3-point on the Unimog, you might be able to fill it with seed. Oh, I could do, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I've done a lot more on that than I thought I was going to. I didn't think it would go so far. NL Redneck. The best thing about crazy COVID era was the English new pub fights video. I don't know what that is. I'm glad you're loving this series. I'm glad people are generally. It's really cool. I'm going to do this last strip, then I'm going to get the... I'm going to go and get the manure spreader. I'm going to put some manure in the other field and then come and put some manure in this. And I think I'm going to be wrapping up because I've been going over 2 hours. What time is it now? Nearly midday. If not over 2 hours. I've been going for a while. Thank you to everyone that's joined me today. I can't thank you enough. It's very cool. Good morning, Russ Money Gaming. The hang of multiplayer on FS. I don't mind doing it every now and again. It's I've always been very... I've always tended to play with people I know. I know when people message me and say, I'd love to do multiplayer, can we do a multiplayer series? And even other content creators have messaged and said we should do a multiplayer series. The problem is with multiplayer, especially when you're playing with somebody from somewhere else in the world, time difference is a problem. Finding a time when you can both hook up together to do it can be a problem, especially when you've got a life and you've got family and you've got things going on. With the best intentions, you can set a date and say, right, on this day at this time we will do something, and then something happens, something comes up, you can't do it. I could say I will do a multiplayer series and I'll do multiplayer every Wednesday at this time. But if giants drop a load of mods or drop maps, or, you know, that's what I do, that's my bread and butter. So it's that kind of... It's a difficult one, multiplayer. I want to, I would love to, and with the best will in the world it would be cool, but... Yeah, difficult one. Hello Brian from Michigan, thank you for joining us. First cup of coffee, then off to work. Take care. Argsy and FSG are amazing. They are fantastic guys. Like I said, I was lucky enough to do their sort of podcast video the week before FarmCon when they did the pre-stream, when Giants did the pre-stream, and we kind of talked about that. That was awesome. And meeting those guys in person, they are fantastic human beings, just generally. It doesn't matter you caught the stream late. I'm still going for a little bit. I've got more to do. Birchington in Kent. Turns out most of my family, as far as I can tell, my family tree is all from Kent. A little place called Rotham in Kent. And I think a lot of my ancestors are from there. And I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be doing a trip there. That would be quite a cool walk and talk. Going to Rotham in Kent, to the church at Rotham. Because apparently the graveyard, there's loads and loads of our family ancestors all there. So yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, and it's funny saying about that. Whoever it was that put about Kent, Barry, about being from Kent. I did a thing years ago at school when I was teaching about names and where names come from. Are the names either coming from a place, or as with the Scandinavians, where it would be son of, you know, whatever it might be. So it might be Leif Erikson, so son of Eric would be the name, and so it would change. So your surname would change constantly. Every generation it would change because of how it worked. It could be down to your profession. It could be where you're from. There are all different regional things, you know. So butcher, baker, you know, cooper, all those various different things could be down to the job you did and that kind of thing. Thank you, Brummy. That's very kind of you to say. I'm glad you caught the stream. It's awesome. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Yeah, so what it turns out and what we think, I mean, there's a couple of ways around this. Because most of my family are from Rotham in Kent, not far from Rotham, there's a bigger town called Seal in Kent. Now, back in the day, and we're talking medieval time, when people introduced themselves, it would be Paul of Seal. Because people would ask your name, you would say Paul, and then it would be, you know, people need to sort of know where you was from. So Paul of Seal or Paul from Seal, so it would become Paul Seal, you know, if that was the route down. But then obviously going through the family tree, there was some talk of potentially our ancestry have come from France originally, across maybe the, you know, the Normandy invasions, those kind of things, into the Kent area, and that the surname, as in Mr. Sealy P, having an E on the end, or possibly even Searle with S-E-A-R-L-E, being French, potentially. We don't know. But anyway, that's kind of... Brazil. Wow. Didn't realise that. I'm not putting a video on. I can't. No. No, it's fine. Thank you. That's cool. I'm always very. I don't know. I've always tried to, and hope people get that feeling from me. I have had. It's interesting because I've never considered myself to be this sort of person, but whenever people message me and say thank you, you've helped me through difficult times, difficult periods, you've helped me generally in the game, whatever it might be. I'm always very humbled by that. Like I say, I'm just a guy doing what I do, and if I can help anybody in any way, that's just fantastic. I can't, you know, I've had messages, I've said this before, a guy messaged me that was in the United States Marine Corps, had done his tour in Afghanistan, and messaged me to say he wouldn't have got through his tour had it not been for my videos that he was watching when he'd get back off ops, and I can't get my head around that. That kind of thing just boggles my mind. There was a British police officer, dog handler, and he was the same. Said, you know, he was going through a real rough patch at work and things hadn't been going great, and I can't, it staggers me. But then every now and again I'll get someone messaging me saying that I'm arrogant or I'm rude or I'm not who I appear to be. I don't know. I hope if I've met anybody and when I do meet people, you know, I suppose it's difficult on the situation. And Lama was a really difficult one because it was so busy and there were so many people and there was so much going on, and I wanted to give more people more time. And when you had 5, 6, 7 people standing around you waiting to talk to you, waiting to ask for an autograph or a picture taken with you, or just to, you know, just have a conversation, I hope I didn't cut people off. I hope I wasn't rude. That wasn't what we intended, you know. We spent a lot of time, and Dave from G Portal that was there, as we're all G Portal partners, and again I will mention G Portal. If you're looking for an affordable server provider, they are absolutely fantastic. The customer support and backing with them is absolutely fantastic. Setting up is straightforward, running is great, and the ability to mix and match what you do is absolutely awesome. Dave was there at Llama supporting us. I mean, he was just incredible. And he came around at one point and said, right, I'm sorry, but you guys need to stop and you need to have some lunch, you need to have a drink, because I don't think any of us YouTubers that were there had stopped, because that wasn't, well, I would have happily stopped and spoken to people all day long. It just didn't bother me at all. And like I said when I did my vlog video from Llama, we went round on the second day to do some vlogging, because on the first day, every 10-15 feet I walked, I got stopped and asked for an autograph or a chat, and I didn't mind. It was the most incredible thing. Meeting Cher, I mean, loads of you guys we met at Llama, and Cher was lovely. She bought treats for the dog. She bought a gift for Miss Silly P, and she remembered I was on keto. It was brilliant. So she didn't bring me sweets or anything like that. And it was just those interactions are just phenomenal. And again, another reason why I'm loving doing the live streaming, because whilst it's not face to face, it is an interaction, and it's great. I just thoroughly enjoy it. So let's go and grab that muck spreader, wherever I put that. Again, I've probably lost that. I've got some more seeding to do here, but I think I might use the broadcast seeder for doing over there and here. Thank you, Russ Money Gaming. What am I most looking forward to in FS25? It's a difficult one. There's so much coming. I honestly, putting your finger on one thing is almost impossible. I think I'm really excited about the buildable farmhouses. I know it sounds really cheesy, and the thing is, we don't know everything yet. There's so much more that we don't know. I'm looking forward to find out more about the animals. I'm looking forward to doing the rice, and people seem to be really off about the rice situation. I'm really looking forward to it. What else? There's a whole load of stuff. Thank you, Kyle. Stephen, thank you. It's over by the red container. Is it? Oh, yeah. There we go. Thank you. Actually, I can use... Oh, no, it'll be a bit slow. Let's use this because it's 32 miles an hour. So I'll show you what I've been doing. I've been going to the garden centre. I've been grabbing manure from there. I'll do a little bit because I'm going to be... I've got a little bit in here. Actually, what we'll do... This has not got a trailer hitch. It's just got the 3-point... That must have a trailer hitch. Oh, okay. Okay. Right. Engine off. We're going to go with the pup. Please work. This is going to take a little bit longer, but I don't care. It's brilliant. Take care, Dave. Thank you very much for your generosity. It's very kind of you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Well, I know you've got to go to work, but you know what I mean. Have a great day. I always say it to SealyEG when she goes off to work. So have a great day. She's oh, okay. I don't know, it's not. Will this hook up to it? Yes. Let's go chug-a-luggin'. We've got a little bit in there. Thank you. Yeah, so there's a whole load of stuff we don't know about, and there's a load of stuff I want. I'm very excited about the new Asian map. I love new maps. I love when I do map tours. I've left that window open the whole time. I don't know why. Sorry about that. That's been open, annoying people probably for ages. I think that would be quite cool to see what it's got on it, to see the landscape, all the new animals. There's so much. I don't think I could pick one thing really. It's just all of it. New machines, new environment. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. You will always get people that will complain. You'll always get people that say it's rubbish, that it's worse than the previous version. Of course you will. I think from what we've seen already, it's going to be incredible. And when people say it's just a reskin, absolute rubbish. But again, what do people expect? It's farming. It's going to be farming. It's going to be more farming using similar bits of equipment but newer, different bits of equipment that we haven't seen before. But in essence, when you bring it down to its grassroots, pardon the pun, it's a farming game. We're still going to be ploughing fields. We're still going to be fertilising in some way, shape or form. We're going to be cultivating. We're going to be preparing seed beds. We're going to be seeding, planting. There'll be tillage. There'll be direct drills, non-direct. There'll be, then it'll be doing everything you want to do to get that crop to grow, whether it's more fertilising, whether weather will have an impact, I don't know. Then there'll be harvesting cycles. Then will there be production change? As far as we know, there are. They haven't really mentioned them, but I think we're going to be getting them. So it's still going to be a farming game. When people, I don't know what people expect when they say, well, it's just a reskin. Every version of the game is an evolution of the previous one. It just gets better with each evolution. Yeah, so I think. Live streaming from you and revising for my theory. My day couldn't get any better if I pass my theory later on today. Is that driving test? Sorry, just my accoutrement. Is that driving theory? I hope you do pass. Good luck with that. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, as I say, haters gonna hate. I don't know why they do. Why people get so bent out of shape about stuff. It's supposed to be a fun, chill game you can enjoy whichever way you want to play it. People do get annoyed. Now, what you will notice here is that when I get my manure from here, because there is an endless supply of manure at the garden centre, it's not going to charge me. The reason it's not going to charge me, again, behind the scenes, we look at this item here that's owned by Unknown. Because that was one of the ones we found in the field. Because it's owned by Unknown, and this is also owned by Unknown, we found these bits of equipment. When you buy manure using that, that's charging the Unknown account and not mine. So yeah, that's why. For people wondering why I'm not getting charged for it, what I need to do, because I'm 800 litres, I do need to bring over the big bucket, I think, bring 5,000 litres over, and then I can just tip into this. I think I might do that next as well, but we'll do this one first. What's the weather like there? I assume you're referring to me. I've missed it again every single time. I missed this turning. It's going to be about 24 degrees today, but it's a bit overcast. It was raining a little bit earlier. It's just muggy. You can feel it in the air. It's all right. Yeah. Yeah, good luck on your theory. I hope it all goes well. I know, Jim. Did I say Kim Kayaker before? Jim Kayaker, sorry. Yeah, it's honestly, everyone hopes that animals are going to play a bigger role. I think taking away the cleaning the feed area, I don't know why they did that. That was a big part of, you had to clean your animals out. I liked that as an option. Listening to me at work, keeping you sane. Thank you very much. Roscommon, how is it? Bad weather. Can I ask a question? Unsure if you will say or that you have said in the past. Where did the name Mr. Silly P come from? It came from my days as being an air cadet. So when I was an air cadet, and you were only known by your surnames at cadets, so it would be Sil, or it was just your surname. Obviously, yes, you had a first name and people knew your first name, but you were referred to by your surname. When you had siblings join cadets, we had the Jenkins brothers, who were Welsh. So Jenkins, we gave them numbers, and it was from the film Zulu, because a lot of the Welsh guys, there were a lot of people with similar surnames, so we gave them numbers. With myself and my brother, we both joined at the same time, so it was Sealy P and Sealy G for our initials of our first name. So Sealy P just stuck. Sealy P was just, I was Sealy P, and that was just, it was Seal P and Seal G, but that just became Sealy P. Everyone just referred to me as Sealy P. So when I started my channel, it was just Mr. Sealy P. I don't know, it just happened, I guess, really. I didn't really think about it too much. Decent day in Wicklow. Thanks for watching. I do thank everyone for watching, I always do. Can't, yeah, buildable. Hang on a second. Didn't spill any down my front this time. Buildable buildings. I know we're going to get farmhouses to start off with. But as Florian from Giants did say, the lead level designer, there's no reason at all why modders won't be able to take that coding and then have other buildable placeables. I think it's massive. Again, it's that thing, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But I think that's a very, very cool thing to have. Well, you don't have lights, do we? Oh dear. Back in the day was an air cadet, and also, how could you be both? You can't be a pongo, man. Where the army cadets go, the pongos. That was always the joke. I know we were always referred to as the Brill Cream Boys and other space cadets and various other things. How could you switch? If you were a combined cadet force, you had mixture, which was fine. That was cool. And the ones that we were always most in awe of was the Royal Marine Cadets. You didn't get many of those about, but there were Royal Marine Cadets, and they were just, oh, their uniforms, dude. But anyway. I have to go backwards and forwards. I think I will go and get another full bucket load with the Roadrunner, I think. Oh, I jumped out rather than and I'll go and do all the cornfield I did. I know I'm going over this, it's fine. It will need to be harvested soon anyway. The crops will bounce back, they're quite resilient. Army cadets. There were always rivalries. There were rivalries between the air cadets and the army cadets because our cadet forces places weren't too far from each other. There were also rivalries between the cadet squadrons. We were in Hart's Bucks wing, and there were 30 squadrons in our wing, and we were 2F, and F was a founder squadron. When the Air Defence Cadet Corps was first formed and then became the Air Cadets, the first 50 squadrons that were founded got an F. They were founder squadrons, and then after that it was just numbers. So 1F was Leicester, 2F and 3F Watford. There were two squadrons at Watford. 3F closed and kind of amalgamated with 2F. Leicester squadron closed down for a while and then reopened again. So 2F Watford squadron, we were the longest continually running air cadet squadron in the Air Training Corps, and we were proud of that fact. Not everyone liked that. And there was a kind of, I don't know, I suppose it was an arrogance. We were just very, we had these little business cards made up with the 2F logo. My tattoo on my arm, it's difficult to, I don't know if you're able to see it on the camera. My tattoo on my arm, no, where's the camera gone? It's there somewhere, you can't really see it. It's a spook, and that's the Phantom 2 spook, and we adopted it as the 2F squadron mascot. And we had these business cards made up, and it said 2F Watford Squadron, no one likes us and we don't care. And we would turn up at events and just have a laugh. We'd just do stuff and have fun and just... Oh, it was brilliant. My cadet days were just some of the best in the world. My best friends in the world ever I made at cadets, and I've been friends with ever since. I joined Air Cadets in 1986, 87, and we're still, all of us, when we get together, the best of friends. It's one of those incredibly bonding, I suppose, like I say, because I was a cadet and then I was an instructor at cadets, then I was a warrant officer at cadets, and I've said this many times before. A lot of people seem to think I served in the military. I was a cadet instructor, a Royal Air Force Air Cadet instructor. I didn't serve in the RAF. I was an instructor with cadets. But how long have I been streaming for? Oh, well over 2 hours now. I'm going to have to stop in a minute. Because I've just realised I've been gone. Air Cadet Hut and Air Cadet. Our Cadet Hut and Air Cadet Hut on either side of the car park. Oh, okay. Yeah, there were a lot of our squadrons where we were linked with the Army Cadets opposite the thing. Canadian Army Cadets. Huge rivalry with the Air Cadets, yeah. It was always good fun. If I had to put my top 5 maps for FS22, which ones would they be? I honestly couldn't put that into... Mike's Farming, Royal Anglians Detachment, Chick Sands. Oh wow, okay. Air Cadets RF Henlow. See, RF Henlow, when I first joined Air Cadets, RF Henlow in Bedfordshire was our headquarters. That was the Hearts Bucks Wing headquarters. And that moved to RF Halton, the RF training depot, later on. But we used to have a thing called a Wing Field Day. And we would attend that, and all the squadrons in the wing would go and compete in all different activities, whether it be sports, rifle shooting, it would be airmanship, tons and tons of stuff over the course of the day, drill, rifle drill, all of it. My first one I ever attended was at RF Henlow, and then it moved to RF Horton after that. But like I say, I mean, my best memories, when my kids joined, I couldn't have been prouder. I never forced them to, I never told them they had to. My kids came to me, my twins, and said, can we join Air Cadets? And I was like, absolutely, you can join Air Cadets. And that's when I went back as an instructor for the second time, and yeah, I just loved it. Oh, how much longer am I streaming for? Not much longer, I don't think. What time is it now? 12:22. Probably maybe half an hour, tops, maybe less. Before 1, I think I'm probably going to stop. I didn't realise how long I've been going for. I'm also conscious of the fact that people coming to watch this after the stream is finished. When you see a stream that's been on for 3-4 hours, when someone got time to sit for 4 hours and watch a stream, people will often bounce through, and that's fine. I've no problem with that at all. But like I say, this was just the best way I found to get back into the swing of it, get the jobs done that I wanted to get done, and get a few things out of the way. So what I'm going to do is go and grab this, grab the bucket, go and get a big old pile of manure. So I can put 5,000 litres in that, and I can just keep topping up my muck spreader from there. Drop off the forks. See, I'm the same Hydra. I think that's the problem. When I was younger, if you're young and you're watching this now, stay fit, stay active, stay healthy. Worst thing I ever did was stop cycling and buying a car. I was at my absolute fittest as a young lad, and cycling and walking everywhere, and you kind of look back on those days and think, and as you get older and you start to get things like sciatica and you get problems in your older age, just don't forget those days. They're important, Now what I've got to double check, so the bucket on this is owned by me, so I will get charged for the manure on this one. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. There's loads of people I haven't said hello to that have joined the chat, and I do appreciate you joining the chat. What I can do now, if I swing round, change driving direction, and we can speed up a little bit. Have I got this on full? We have got it on full. Away we go. Thank you for your service, Thomas. When I got out of the USAF, I was Caterpillar dealer, field technician, so I picked up and then Tomcat. That's cool. That is absolutely phenomenal. Love that. I've been thinking about playing this map. This map's cool. There are tons and tons of cool maps. I really do like this one. There's nothing wrong with it at all. There's the ones by Mac Trucker 921. I nearly started my Let's Play on one of those. This Let's Play on one of those maps. But there wasn't enough of the land that I could buy that made it work viably, so I didn't. But I should have done. I probably am. I mean, you'll hold off having your shower. Okay. So, I don't know. This shouldn't charge me too much. Like I say, because I'm using my own bucket now. What is happening? Okay, that's bizarre. Why did I just do that? That worked before. Why is that not working now? How odd. That was taking it but tipping it straight on the floor. And now it's not going to pick it up. Oh dear. That didn't go to plan, did it? I'm sure I picked some up from here before and it worked fine. Oh dear. Well, okay. Can I tip that a little? I don't want to tip it too far. And then it starts tipping out the bucket. It's kind of still picking it up. Oh dear. Never mind. Which map is this? This is American Falls. Have I gone? Oh, sorry, I thought my mic had gone off then. By Lancyboi. I'm just thinking, do I have a smaller... No, 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 no. How weird. Let's get the lights back on so we can see what we're doing. How strange. Yeah, I might have to go and grab the hand shovel. I was just thinking, actually. That new French map, that blew me away, that did. Honestly. I was very, very surprised by that. I think I'm going to have to tip that back. Tip that back. What I'm going to do... I'm going to walk back, go and grab the shovel, and then we'll come back. Johnny Hansen, thank you for joining us. That's the Norwegian flag, isn't it? Hello, Davies Farming. Thank you for joining us. I always feel bad when people join and I'm talking about finishing soon. People just catch the end of it. Am I concerned that consoles won't be able to handle the new game? No, not at all. When we spoke to the guys at FarmCon, the guys at FarmCon were saying they've been doing their testing, obviously, cross platforms to make sure it's all working. Apparently, the consoles, PS5, are running it and handling it no problem at all. Absolutely no problem at all. The problems they're having are with the PC side of things, because they've got to make it work cross. There will be a minimum system requirement that they need, but from what we were told, what we heard, consoles are running it. Absolutely no worries. How will that then happen on release? Don't know. How will that change with mods and modders, and when they start really pushing the limits of what it can do? I don't know, but as far as we can tell, it's fine. Absolutely no problem at all. Yeah. So take care, Kyle. Stay safe at work. Hope everything goes well. Yeah, I hope stuff gets fixed. I hope things work all right. Sorry, I've just got to check. I have sometimes I get messages through on my phone. Oh. Sorry, message from Mrs. EP. Something has gone missing from her desk. She's not happy. My kids have a tendency to help themselves to items from a desk, whether it be pens and staplers and bits and bobs. But it doesn't matter how old they are, they never put stuff back. They're the same with my stuff. I've always said to them, I don't mind them borrowing any of my stuff, whether it's tools, whatever it might be. Like my daughter, when she moved out with Mr. JD, and they started doing DIY bits and bobs, and she would say, look, we don't have any of these tools. Can I borrow yours? And I would say to her, I have no problem with you borrowing my tools. No problem at all. Go down to the shed, help yourself. Just make sure whatever you borrow gets put back. Wherever you got it from, put it back. No, never happens. I'll go to use something. Who's the last person to use so-and-so? And they will always swear blind. Oh, I put it back exactly where I found it. If that was the case, it would still be there. You know what it's like. Is Miss Silly P better now? No, she's not been feeling well today. Take care, Scott. Look after yourself. Have a good day at work. Stay frosty, people. If you're off to work, have great days. Be careful. I didn't take a stapler. I don't know who did. Someone's taken stuff. She's not happy. So I'm gonna stay out of her way for a bit. She has this thing. She says, if things go missing, did the mouse take it? There isn't a mouse, but it's just that kind of, hypothetical. A mouse took it, and the kids are all more than happy to say, "Oh yeah, it's probably that's what it was." One of them knows. But anyway. Is Princetown and the prison on your manor? Dartmoor Mike. Okay. Are we alright there? Do you think that'd be enough? Can I try and take some more? I don't know if this is going to work. Anyway. Should I take this all the way back, walk away over, or drive back with? I'll drive back with something else later on. I'll put this down here now. I'm going to forget it's here. I've got to be careful because I don't want someone else coming along and pilfering it. I will hide it. No. Remind me, everyone. Remind me in the chat I've hidden that in the grass. When I come back and can't find it. Anyway. Not quite the 5,000 litres I was going for, but it will do for the time being. Anyway. Admit nothing, deny everything until there's proof. Absolutely, that's how it works. And I've always said to them, one of you knows. One of you's done it. They will all swear blind. Wasn't us, wasn't us. Okay. Take care, Gabriel. Yeah, Dartmoor. I know where Dartmoor is. So, I think yeah, Mr. Nobody. It's always the way, isn't it? Do you think we'll get base game right-hand drive vehicles? I don't think so. Giants being German-based, I think they just set them all. Because they'll do a US-based map, they'll do the Asian map. Maybe when, in the year's time, when we get the new map as part of the Year 1 bundle, which is going to be a UK-based map, maybe? I mean, I can't say for definite, but there's always a potential. Like I say, I wouldn't like to say for definite, but it would be cool if we did. I've lost where I got to, but that's alright. Get the lights on. Switch back. So, I think I've just got some muck spreading to do, and I'll crack on with that later on. But we have been going for a very long time. Davies told me, do you like the new caravan? It's cool. It's a pity it hasn't got a sleep trigger or anything in it, but it's pretty cool. God dear. Oh, I need to get an update, an upgrade of my coffee, I think, is what I will need to do. But anyway, I think that's where I'll end it for this episode, and then I will continue now. I've kind of got my mojo back. I know where I'm going. We'll get going and do some stuff. Going to practice the hazard video for this test. Good luck with that, Brummy AVFC. I hope it all goes really well. Thank you, everyone who's joined me. Thank you, everyone that's donated. Thank you, everyone that's been in the chat. It's been absolutely awesome catching up with all you guys and being in here and just being able to get on and communicate. And and I will be doing more. Like I said, I know it's a gap from the last one, but I've done well 3 in the last week and a half, haven't I? With the walk and talk, which I know a lot of people didn't get to say. Then the one with Mr. Silly Pete, and then this. So I will try to do more. So please, 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 everyone, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your day in whatever form that may take. I don't know if we're going to get mods today. Maybe. We'll see. So maybe there'll be some mods out later on. Yeah, have a great day. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.